And just like that.
Thank you for taking a shot
Up in. Oh, yeah. Are we? Is this officially starting?
This is officially
She wasn't gonna say nothing. That means she'll go up.
Snuck it in.
All right, hey.
Eileen was recording. Cheers.
Cheers. Yes.
Hallelujah.
Oh my God.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Golden Girls Podcast. It's your girl, Missy, the one you love, the messiest one you know. And thank you so much for being a friend and tuning in with us today. So, as always, I am joined by some wonderful, beautiful black girl hosts. All right. So, who do I got to my right here?
What's up, y'all? It's DJ. Team fuck them kids all day.
Okay,
every day.
period.
All the time. Still ain't changed.
We love them, but fuck them.
all day.
Fuck them kids and fuck you too.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Damn. Okay.
All right, so like to my immediate left, who is that?
Oh, it's your favorite damn DJ in the land, DJ Lixxer. What up, though?
Okay, what's up, Lixxer? This is like your fifth episode total.
We in now.
But this your second episode as like a Golden Girl host. Like you in this bitch.
Yeah, we out here, gang.
Period. And shout out to Blue over there.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Blue. We
Shout out.
gonna
Shout
get
out
baby
to
girl a
wifey.
mic one day.
One day.
All right, and then who we got over there in the HBIC chair over there?
Ooh, come on.
Ooh, HBIC.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, well, y'all already know it's your girl Des, head Golden Girl in charge. I'm also the executive producer, executive director of Golden Girls Group. You know, I just be doing a lot of executive shit. So.
Okay, doing a lot of executive shit.
That's
Put that
me.
on the t-shirt.
That's me.
I just be doing a lot of
that's a good
executive
shit.
shit.
Period. Okay.
Yeah,
Merch.
period.
That's the next
yeah,
merch.
that's the next
No,
merch.
that's
Period.
bad. No, we got to save that. Somebody put that in the notes.
Period. Yes.
Yeah.
And DJ about to tell y'all in a minute, but if you're interested in some Golden Girl merch, she gonna tell you exactly where to go in our golden things. So you might as well go ahead, DJ, and do your thing with golden things.
What's going on, y'all? So I'm here to bring y'all the golden things.
Okay, period.
So this is where I'm gonna let y'all know where to keep up with all of your favorite Golden Girls, the podcast, and all things Golden Girls Group. So on the calendar, we have an event coming up. We have an event. We have Gold Link Weekend coming up.
Hey,
This is April. This is April 28th through April 30th. So we have a list of events, hype events. The first event is Gold Mic Night. Y'all do karaoke?
do I do karaoke undefeated?
I love to DJ the karaoke, but I ain't hopping on the mic too much. I ain't going to lie.
What?
She lying.
We gotta get some drinks and sis.
She lying. All right.
We not gonna feed into that. Go ahead, DJ, with the golden things. We ain't even gonna bite that.
Anyway, so
we ain't even gonna
next-
bite that.
Okay, so we got Trap and Glow Fitness. Okay, y'all seen how that was last year. Y'all, it was y'all look tired. Y'all look tired. I was pregnant, so I couldn't do it.
And Auntie was tired.
It looked, but it was good.
Auntie was out here.
Yeah.
That night after y'all work out that night, we got the Gilded and Gold dinner.
Yeah, that's where they put that shit on.
Put that shit on.
that
If
shit
y'all
on.
don't have your outfits together, get y'all best gold looks. This is a golden look type of night. Make sure y'all get it together. And on Sunday, we go wrap it all up with the Golden Toast Brunch.
Yeah.
I hope y'all ready for that.
Yeah.
It was hype. That was my first time out. That was my first time out. I had a ball.
Me too.
Ooh, I had a ball.
We
Y'all
shut
seen
that
the
motherfucker
videos.
down.
We
It's
did.
gonna be good.
We
It's
did.
gonna be good.
The
It's
whole
gonna be
weekend
good.
going bang, dude.
I hope
I'm
y'all excited.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
excited.
very
And
excited.
then look, there's something special about Friday night too. that's like just the bomb. Like we doing karaoke, but you know the gold mic does a lot of things, right? Like
period.
It
And
does
listen,
a lot of things.
and just like your nigga be trying to, I know some of y'all golden girls still out there dating rappers. You ain't gotta hide. And I know you be feeling some type of way when Boo be at the stool.
Yep.
So now you can come to the stool with golden
Pull up.
girls where he say,
Okay.
where you at this summer?
Pull
I'm
up.
at the stool.
Period. Okay, because ladies, y'all need to get y'all little verses together. Think
Yup.
about it, because you know we about to hit the mic.
And
We
if
gonna
you need to
record
lay,
ourselves.
and if you need to lay some bars down to prove to him that you was at the stool,
Okay.
we got you.
Okay. But for all of us that's, you know, like, I ain't trying to get on no, you know, I ain't gonna do that. Get your shabuya verse together. Y'all shabuya. Shabuya.
Bro,
Get your verse
Black girls
together.
been rapping forever. Like we started
Forever.
in kindergarten.
We
Stop
did.
playing.
We was
Man,
shabuya
Shabuya
in kindergarten.
in kindergarten for real.
Listen, and you
So,
ain't gotta
y'all-
come on no rapping shit. You can come and you can give your Love Jones, brother in the night,
Poetic.
okay?
Okay.
Come on.
Whatever it is, but if you want to record it, you know, we gonna make us a good Golden Girls track.
Yeah, period.
That's a fact.
Okay. And send it out to everybody. So make sure you come, you know.
So singers,
Bring
bring
your
y'all
shit.
ass.
Bring your
Rappers,
shit.
bring y'all ass.
Can I slide something else in there?
Slide.
April
the slide.
27th.
Yeah. Oh,
Thursday.
yes. We got a little pregame.
Pre-party.
Little foreplay for y'all.
Little foreplay. We got the bad boy. Gutta K gonna be downtown.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da. I love gutter.
I do
Look,
too.
If y'all trying to the pre.
Man, listen, I'm gonna have to be in this
it's gonna
bitch.
be
so
And I'm
tired.
so man, I'm gonna be
Find your baby
I'm gonna be
tired.
so tired on Sunday.
But
I gotta take
I
Monday off.
I ain't missing
I
gutter
can't
though. I ain't gonna
You
lie.
I'm
can't
coming.
miss gutter. You can't miss gutter.
All right,
coming.
period. And I'm gonna put that shit on because
Damn, I gotta
yeah.
take Monday
Because
off.
if I get a compliment from Gutter, that's gonna make my day.
Damn, what day?
Go.
I gotta take Monday off. What
Gutter,
day
you
is
heard it.
that?
I just need a compliment. And if you say my ass look fat, oh my God. Oh my God.
May 1st. I gotta take that off.
Yeah, just take it off. Take
Prepare
it off.
the others,
Take off
'cause I ain't
Monday,
coming.
Prepare the
okay?
others.
Find your babysitters, okay? I got
I ain't
mine.
picking
Yeah,
up no
I gotta
buffers.
take that shit
Because
off.
I'm gonna need some sleep.
But yeah, so DJ, remind them of a couple of housekeeping things before, we get into the shits.
So listen, first and foremost, we are a 501c3, so we are a nonprofit organization. Keep in mind that we are always taking donations. Always. Don't forget to join our private Facebook group. It's the Golden Girls with the yellow heart, pink heart, and then another yellow heart. Also, we're going to start offering memberships for exclusive behind the scenes footage and content with your favorite Golden Girls, support groups, golden pages, and so much more. This is going to start December 1st, 2023. So make sure y'all subscribe at goldengirlsgroup.org. Make sure y'all visit. Not only are we on Facebook, but we are on Instagram, TikTok. You can also check out YouTube to catch up.
Did you
with
say
the podcast.
December?
I did say December.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, did I make
I feel
it
like
up?
we got to put a date on it because it'll never happen.
December.
The membership, some starting them.
Okay. All right, we'll talk about that later.
We might be editing that out.
Very much so. We can just not even.
All right, y'all. So I want to introduce the topic of tonight, which is inner child. Okay, so this is an interesting topic for me because this is a topic I usually shy away from, but in the spirit of vulnerability, we're gonna get into it, right? What really made me want to talk about this though was because Destiny sent me a video on Instagram, and it was a very short video, right? But it was heavy hitter, real quick. And so what the video said was, you are now the person that your younger self would have felt safe with. Right? I was like, ooh, that shit hit me like a ton of bricks. And so I felt like that would be a good conversation for us to have because I feel like, I know me as a black woman, I have a lot of things, in my inner child, regardless, in regards to my hair, in addition to how I was parented, raised, and all of that stuff. So I felt like it was something we should talk about, right? And since Des, you the therapist in the building, I want to borrow the therapy and you real
She
quick.
rolling her ass.
I really just want to know.
Not the professional rolling her ass.
Is it really
not at work.
No, but it's an easy question.
The
Swear to God.
professional.
Swear to God.
She's not in session. So
She gonna do it anyway.
Oh.
Just ask the question. She go.
Like from a therapy perspective,
Yeah,
how
but
would you?
I got to make shit clear because people be coming up to me talking to me about their business, and that. Sorry, you gotta ask. I'm all of us.
So, from like a therapy perspective, what is your inner child? Like, is there a definition for it, or?
I mean, it's literally what you think it is. Like, it is your emotion, your childhood in an emotional state. So, like, basically, the idea of trauma is something happens to you, and emotionally, you get stuck in that place until you can heal over it, and then you can grow and continue in your journey of emotional life, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of things happen when we're children that we don't understand because our development, like as a child, you just don't develop. Like,
right.
We have completely different stages of different things. So sometimes things happen to us on top of it just being traumatic because it is, period. Other times things just don't add up because we don't have all of the puzzle pieces yet in life. So then you have all these holes.
Right.
So certain things happen or certain things occur when you are a child and you get stuck there.
Okay.
And like, one of my examples is attachment. Like, I think I have like attachment issues because of abandonment. Like, of feeling abandoned. Now, some of my abandonment, let's see, one of my bigger ones is because my dad was on drugs. And so, drugs was the reason for abandonment, but abandonment was still the feeling. So now, as an adult, when I try to build relationships with people, I still have a feeling of panic, anxiety, things like that, because my inner child is still afraid of being abandoned. Because healing that part is like a journey. Because if that was never healed, like here I am trying to heal some shit that happened as a 6-year-old,
right,
as a 33-year-old. So
right.
there's all those years in the middle that is I stayed a 6-year-old in that realm. Now I grew, intellectually, other ways, but in that space, as far as abandonment and attachment and building certain relationships, I stayed a on defense 6-year-old. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And so that's just one example. That's one relationship. So you take all of these different experiences that we've had, the ones on the playground, the ones at home, the ones in the middle, everywhere. All of those kind of develop who your inner child is. It's literally what the video said. Like the person that you really needed. Like, it's just you kind of stuck. And a lot of us do, in my opinion, and that's an opinion, not anything like medical, but I think a lot of us do grow up to either be an extreme version of the person we needed or an extreme version of the exact opposite of probably who hurt us.
Right.
So you either become like one or the other. I know that's bad. Like that's an opinion. That's
I wouldn't even go in there.
But that's something we gonna get into in a discussion. Yeah. You dropped a couple things in there that I want to just grab onto. But before we got to get there, I'm gonna go into go to balls
off the clock
real quick
again.
Right. Clock out. Say clock in because I'm playing.
I'm playing with y'all.
Say no.
I'm playing with y'all. I'm playing.
But no, so we go get into a couple Golder Bowls, right? And I picked these particular Golder Bowls because I feel like when you have conversations about this with a lot of people, most times people answer from their inner child perspective, I think. And I was looking on the internet about this stuff, so Des don't kill me. I was on Google. Okay.
I need people to use Google, child.
So the first thing, and I'm gonna just go around or whatever, and I'm gonna just ask Golden Ball. Period. She excited for my questions.
Here's my boob.
So the first one I want to ask, not your titty DJ, the titty producer.
Hey,
come on, titty producer.
Hilarious.
That bitch said pew.
Them things excited.
Them things over there thinking.
They thinking like that. Throw your thing. Stop playing.
But nah, for real. All right, boom. Go to boat. All right. So, go to boat for our new listeners. Go to boat is a speed round where we take certain topics related to the main topic of the episode, and we say whether gold good or bold bad. Okay. So, the first one, do you think it's gold or bold to spank your children? DJ. Team fuck them kids. What you think? Gold or bold?
Here it is. Bold.
Okay.
It's bold.
Okay. What you think, Lixxer? Gold or bold?
It's bold.
Bold?
Yeah, it's bold.
That's like shit. She took a drink like, you better start beating the shit out of them kids. Say no. Okay, so Des, bold or gold?
Why you ain't answer?
Hold on, because this is so ironic. Not me looking at the book turn to my right and seeing the book's called Anxiety Goals. Because if he was a black kid growing up, baby,
only within the last couple weeks it turned to bold. Like I get it. I get it. I'm done. I get it.
Go to bold, Des.
be honest.
I don't think that it should be something that's used a lot, but I definitely
sparingly.
I think it should be in the repertoire. I'm just
So
saying.
gold.
Hey,
She's saying gold.
good.
Okay.
I feel like a good one.
But see, that's what I'm
I
saying.
know
Clock
that.
me out because you don't get to make your don't. See, that's what people do. They think everything about my
Professional
life.
said it was okay.
You know what I'm saying?
She clocked out. We talked about this.
Shit,
Sis has clocked out, and y'all will know when she clock in. I will tell y'all.
I'm human as hell.
Fuck you mean? She
and
said,
I'm talking about me at the crib. And
no,
y'all broke some of my shit.
fuck that. My
Okay.
therapist's opinion is whoop they motherfucking ass.
Y'all, no, and see, that's the problem.
See?
No,
I'm
okay.
talking about when they done ran through my living room and broke my good china.
They getting a whooping.
Yes, they are getting a whooping.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
sorry they get a whooping.
Yeah,
Shit.
no, I'm not mad at that.
No, me either.
Am I good crystal or something? You know, something you didn't
No,
know.
some
You wasn't
things you
supposed to
need
do.
to tap that ass on. Some things
And-
need a little tappery.
And I think I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna say gold still, but I don't think all kids are made the same. Some
Facts,
kids
yeah.
some
Know
kids
your
respond
kids.
to it, and
Yeah.
some kids don't.
Yeah.
And you can't overuse it. If
No.
you overuse it, it's not
No.
effective.
Do you think? Okay, let me ask y'all this.
No.
Because we all 90s babies, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so do you believe that
Ish.
your 90s-ish babies, at least 80s, 90s-ish, do you believe that your parents overused beatings and whoopings
No.
growing up?
I didn't
No,
get
my
like
grandma.
that.
Yeah, I didn't get whoopings for real either. I
was the
can
first
remember.
I got
grandbaby,
beat over a
so I
lot of
was
shit.
spoiled.
I can remember two. Actually, I can only remember one time getting a spanking from my grandma, and it was like pissing in the bed or something. She was just fed the fuck up with my pissing in the bed.
And I feel it.
She was tired of that shit. With your
Time
piss
number
pot
seven.
ass fucking up my sheets and shit. I'm tired of this
You know how much
plastic.
a mattress costs?
Yeah, she was sick of this shit. And I probably didn't piss no more after that. I don't know. But no, and so I don't think it was overused. And like with my kids, I don't spank them just because I don't feel like they the type that need to get whoopings, but there are some out here who need.
And you never know. They might
They need
develop.
spankings.
You know, people.
Yeah,
kids go through.
they go
you know,
through phases,
you know what I'm saying?
right? Yeah,
I
little
found
humans.
out though.
They
I was
8-year-old
I
ass
was
might need to get
snappy.
tapped.
exactly.
I was snapping.
but maybe-
16-year-old might need a little.
Real quick,
Get the
quick.
gloves. Let's go in the yard, baby. I gotta whoop your ass,
not
but I ain't
about
gonna
Say,
fuck you
I
up.
get that.
I
get
had
that.
to check myself because I realized I was snapped, and I gotta think like they just kids. He only 2.
Do y'all
Only one.
consider like a little thump? Do y'all consider that
I
a
thumped the
spanking?
thighs all day, but no.
No, I don't think
Because I used to get thumped in the mouth. Nah, fuck you say.
But be
real
careful.
quick.
Thumping
No, we used to do
can
the
make
soap.
a mark though. That can
It
make a
can.
mark.
Yeah.
And when it becomes a mark, that's child abuse.
That's a fact.
It is.
That's a
Okay.
fact.
But they start copying you, so I noticed that C4 was going around. Whop, whop. I
They
said,
do.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Don't do
Yes,
that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Don't do that.
Yes, they
And
do.
every time, bop, bop. I said, did you just? Did you just hit?
All right.
Oh, nah. So yeah, I was like, yeah, okay. That's when I was like, I get it.
It wasn't overused for me. I can't even think of. I didn't get whoopings often. My granny was a whooper. Okay, go outside, get the switch.
Get the switch,
She
girl,
got the
yes.
the belt is not a belt, but it's like a strip of leather.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. My granny should tear that ass up. Anybody,
Bro.
y'all came over,
Yeah,
y'all
you
was
getting
subject.
Seeing my cousins get whooped was enough for me to be like,
Yeah,
nah,
I was gonna say I'm very
I'm
thankful.
good.
I had a husband that got his ass whooped every day. I swear.
That's my brother.
They low key was the baddest ones though.
He needed it, but he put it on for the rest of us because we all just knew. Okay, well,
bro,
I'ma just chill.
My uncle had a belt with all our names on it.
Oh,
That he used specifically to whoop our ass, just in case.
That's-
I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie though. I will threaten to whoop my kid's ass all the time.
I threaten it all
I say
day.
it all day. I ain't.
I jiggle the belt and Remy
But at
around
what
in the
point
closet.
do they get old
like,
enough to be like, they just talking?
They know I'm bullshit now. They know now. They know now.
But they
They
might
might
put
care.
shit.
Still it happens.
They
They
not gonna
care
chance
about
it.
making me upset though. That's what it is. So they know I'm not gonna whoop them. I haven't whooped them. But
They
when
know
I
when they
start
took
saying
it
like
too
I'm about
far.
to beat y'all ass, they like, oh, she mad for real. Okay, let us chill.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's right.
But
I know when I push my
they
mama
know
too
me
far.
and Jay ain't about to do shit.
Listen, okay.
Go stand your ass in the corner and don't look over here either. You know, I do shit like that.
I don't know how I'd be as a parent. I just because
You won't know until you are. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
You won't know.
I was gonna say.
Because I'm not the mama I thought I would be.
Girl,
I'm just not.
I'm a
been
parent
whooping
now and
their
still don't even know what type of parent
I
I
watch
am.
y'all
Every
kids,
day
I
it's
plan
like,
on whooping
oh,
their ass.
I guess I'm the
And
type to
do.
let that
And
slide.
You, do it. You beat their ass before you call. Don't call me.
Yeah.
Because if you call me, now I'm gonna beat your ass. Now you
I
get
might
over
be
it.
giving out whoopings to everybody. I'm gonna call you like, listen, everybody gotta get a whooping.
Don't y'all
Okay.
miss though, like
That's
y'all
it.
neighborhood
Girl, don't
being
call
able to
me.
whoop
Quick.
everybody though? Like every neighbor knew everybody. Like that's how I grew up. We're like,
Yeah.
at both my grandma's
Yeah.
houses. Like
That's how I
Yeah.
grew up too. That's how I grew up too.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
and
crazy.
you know it's worse if somebody else come and tell your parents some shit they caught you doing, it's
get
gonna be
double
worse.
beat.
Because
Yep.
now I'm embarrassed.
You didn't
Yes.
embarrass them.
Yeah.
Yep, you didn't embarrass
You
them.
motherfucking tried it.
Who do you
But
think?
yeah.
That's a
Okay.
fact.
Yeah. All right, I got another one for y'all. Gold or bold? Because some parents don't allow this. Letting your kids have sleepovers at other people's houses.
Fuck no.
Wait,
So bold.
Bold as hell. Absolutely.
wait,
the
letting your
fuck
kids.
not.
Spend the night at other people's houses.
No.
I think that's gold. I used to do that all the time.
Okay.
It was safe when you used to do it. That shit wasn't safe no more.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
That,
Well,
so
no,
I
you
actually
right.
say
It
gold.
ain't
Gold.
never-
I
it
say
wasn't
go
safe.
because I don't think it's. To be honest, these kids nowadays speak up more than we did. Like,
Yeah.
like they gonna be like, "Excuse me, why are you trying
No,
to touch
because
me?"
they listen.
Excuse-
For real.
They will
Miss
First
Smith?
Amendment the
And
fuck
we
out
don't-
your ass
and
quick
we
as
don't
fuck.
do
Miss
kitter
Smith?
cat. No, that he tried to touch my vagina. That's what I'm gonna teach my
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
Miss
No,
Smith,
you
your
tell
uncle
them the
tried to
names.
touch
I'm
you.
not playing
Okay.
that cookie
Yeah.
and all
Yeah,
of that
no,
shit.
we don't do that cute shit no more.
No.
We
Now
don't
I
that.
do.
You
I
know.
do cute. My kids, we use privacy. We use privacy.
Okay, that's okay though.
Yeah.
I think privacy is okay.
You
I
say
ain't gonna
that
lie, and this is nice
An
to be-
adult will know what
This
that
is probably
means.
super childish, but hearing a child say vagina is so cringe to me. It's so cringe.
I get it, but we in a time and age
But
now
that's
where it's
because-
like, dog.
Yeah,
you
that's
damn near
because we
have
weren't
socialized to
having
do that.
exactly.
Yep.
We weren't able to have open conversations about our body parts.
Yes.
So that's a real thing. But
Yep.
Yeah.
my kids say privacy.
Okay,
You know,
I'm cool with. Yeah, I like privacy too.
Yeah, I didn't want to say like cooter or no dumb shit,
Yeah.
but vagina was just like it's like
What?
it's like breast. Oh my
What?
god,
Wait,
my,
hold on.
my breast. It's
So-
like why is that word?
What was y'all like little safety names? Because I know my great grandmother taught me like what a penis was essentially. She used to call it a Peter
Y'all
Rabbit.
don't want to hear. My grandma's so country. Y'all don't want to hear what she called it.
My grandma was country. My great grandma was country too. She said Peter Rabbit.
No, mine is
Rabbit.
worse
Peter
than yours.
Rabbit.
A Peter Rabbit.
A Peter Rabbit. Like you don't be touching
I
Peter
love
Rabbit.
Peter
I'm like,
Rabbit.
My grandma called it. Y'all ready? My grandma called it a poochie cake.
A pooch.
Wait a damn minute.
Whoa.
Your poochie cake.
Your
Your
poochie cake.
That's some country shit.
That
South
sounds like
Carolina.
a fupa.
Right. Your
Your
poochie cake.
I think I'm trying
Your
to think. I
pussy
don't even
cake.
remember. I think it was pom pom. I think she'd be like your pom pom, and then it would be like,
She know I'm in pum pum.
yep, she'd call it your pom pom. But it was. It
My
didn't go
pom-pom.
long.
It's giving
It didn't go long.
Caribbean.
It'll be like your private parts, and then, or she'll say your parts, or she'll be like your little vagina,
Your little
or
stuff,
cookie,
like,
JJ.
Yeah.
We didn't have a name, but like we didn't. I
Oh,
couldn't
Bessie
even say
Mae for sure
loud.
had a
Like
name.
we just didn't
that's how
really.
it was raised.
And my
Yeah.
grandma would say that shit like everybody knew what it meant. Your poochie cake? Excuse me, ma'am.
No.
Ma'am, excuse me.
Can you not
Poochie
say that in
cake.
public?
But yeah,
Anyway,
I don't think
baby
that
girl was
spending the
country.
night, like, I mean, of course you got to go through the
Yeah.
You got to meet their parents,
the background checks
like,
of the
all
world.
that.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for
I'm,
sure.
I'm running names through every system I got access to. But you know, I if I know yes, you can go. Cause think about it. As a kid, the sleepovers are the littest shit you can do. Okay, it is the littest shit you can do.
I don't want to deprive them of that, but I gotta know where you going. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, of course.
So they send their kids to these people. Send their kids to folks' houses, and I ain't never met Susie Mama. I ain't never met
Susie
her.
Mama might be doing
I ain't never talked to her daddy.
Yeah.
Like,
Girl, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm gonna say sleepovers are gold. At like. Obviously, be careful.
With the
but
safety.
I do, but I know a bunch of people.
The parents, at least.
Yeah, I know a bunch of people who just do not play that shit in general at all.
It's
and then I also know,
like
my grandmother was the type, like, I could do sleepovers and stuff, but I could like sense she was skeptical.
Yeah.
When there was
Always.
a male in the house, so if my friend's dad was in her life or something like that, she would be a little which you know,
people are weird. Dude.
People are weird.
Yeah.
People are.
But the women was doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Women were doing it too.
Ooh.
Women were doing it.
Don't get me
Don't
started.
start
Okay.
fighting up in here.
And then the last one is the inconsistent parent, like cutting your child off from their inconsistent parent. And what I mean by that is that, like, for instance, if you have a child and their, you know, the other parent is inconsistent, you just cut off all communication. Like, you inconsistent and you in and out, and I'm gonna just cut it off completely. So, you know, bold. What you think?
Yeah.
Lixxer.
I'm like half and half.
You gotta pick one.
I'll say why.
I'll say because of the history of I got both parents in my life, so I never had to deal with that. But the history of my parents and what they went through, I would say gold.
Okay. All right. What you think, DJ?
cutting them off, bold. They'll figure it out. They'll make that decision on their own.
That's what I was gonna say.
The only reason I say bold too, and I know why people do it, because you're trying to protect your child from that emotional turmoil. Because it does suck. It does suck to be told things and they don't happen, and it breaks your innocence a little bit as a kid, right? However, I'm gonna be real, and people don't like when you say this, especially when it's the people who hell bent on doing it. You can't protect your child from their other parent, regardless of if they're present or not. Even if that person is an asshole, that void is still something that's going to fuck with them, whether you cut that person out or not. And so you can't protect them from who their other parent is.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. It's also not your job to. Like, it's just not. It's you, like, one thing that I always say to parents, and I really, feel bad cutting into parents because I'm not a parent, so I can't speak to it from an emotional standpoint. But I always say to parents, the only relationship you actually can manage is yours. Yeah. And you try to go around and you manage how your sisters and your brothers do it, and how everybody relationship to your kid matters, and da-da-da-da-da. No, that's you projecting. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But
that changes my perspective on things.
You cannot. And so as a, like, again, like my dad, he was on drugs my whole life, period. He'd be mad, but he want to get over it. Whole life. Yeah. And I would say I remember being like 17, and I remember saying, like, I wish he just would stay gone. Like, why come in and out? Like, don't yo-yo me. I remember, like, just stay gone. Pick one. Like, either be in and out. Don't yo. I remember saying, like, it's worse to yo-yo. I remember telling my friend who dad was just completely gone, like, it's worse to yo-yo. And she was like, no, it's not. Yeah. At least you know what he looked like. You see him. You talk to him. Like, he in it. You know what I mean? Like, that matters.
I never knew what mine looked like. Which I don't know if it was a dream or if I saw him when I was little, but like I can see him like this 6 foot dark skinned dude, but I don't know his face for real. But my mama kept the door open. She was like, I can find him if you want to talk to him. And she'd ask me after every few years, if you want to talk. I would tell her, no, I don't know. Yeah.
See, mine was trying to come in and out. Like, he was real. I got one of them real good church going families. And so, the morals and stuff is there. My daddy just, had his problems. And so he would like jump in and out of life. Like, I'm here to be great. And then I'm disappearing and that's like
a conversation with my mother, because she had an issue with like her dad where it was like he raised them and then just disappeared type shit. And I just remember having those conversations with her. she actually ended up getting cool with him like later in life, but that was after he went through his issues and shit. And she was like, yo, I'd have rather him not even been here on some real shit, like, because my mama in her 60s, so you know, y'all know how to go, like, they got another family type shit, but it's like, she was like, why be in my life at all if that's the case? So that's why I was like, go, because I'm kind of like, if you gonna do something like that, I kind of feel like just stay, don't even come, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you gonna keep it inconsistent, I feel like that's
mine
so
was
unfair
just,
to the
he was
kid.
gone. He was like,
my grandma always kept the door open for my parents because both of my parents had issues with addiction. They both handled it very differently. Like, my dad was around. It's just he was always a drunk ass mess and we would get into it. And my mom would just up and disappear. You know what I'm saying? But, and I lived with my dad's mom. But she always kept the door open for my mom, always kept the door open for my dad. She never kept me from them, which I appreciate because what it did was allow me to grow up and get the answers that I needed in due time. You know what I mean? It was a lot of nights where you cry and you feel a lot of ways. You know, that abandonment is still there. But I was able to make my own decision about what relationship I wanted to have, what I wanted to hold on to, and what I wanted to let go of. And not to say that it wasn't painful, but I mean, shit, whether it's your mom or dad or whoever, like, people are going to disappoint you. You know what I mean? And when you're a child with an inconsistent parent, you learn that a little earlier. But people are going to disappoint you, and you can't be protected from that by nobody, not even the parent who loves you the most.
And it's not protection. It's really you putting yourself in the way. Like, my dad, his claim to fame every time whenever I'm upset or I was, you know, his claim to fame was, that's your mama talking, you listening to your mama. And the thing that he could never stand on that. Because, she probably was talking a lot of shit, okay? The most. Baby didn't let nothing, she didn't let it slide. But that was never able to be fact in my eyes because the door was always open. So it's like, she couldn't stand your ass. And that was clear. She didn't hide that. She
But you could have came and told your
you were
side,
hurting me.
Yep.
But she would have opened the door irritated at your ass if you came. Like, you know what I mean?
And if you was around, you can tell your side.
You get
what I'm saying?
And then I would have been able to choose. So when you come and say, well, your mama didn't and da-da-da-da-da, well, that's not true. Like, and even as a kid, even at that time I didn't know exactly how to put all those puzzle pieces together. As you grow and develop and your brain develop, those pieces start to fit back into those spaces. And it's like, well, now that I'm 24, he could have just came over, huh?
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. Why did this dick come around the corner? Like,
and you start to see on your own that they be lying or whatever.
You mean to tell me you could?
I'll change it to bold.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
you don't have to though,
because your perspective is
no,
real.
it's
too.
real because there are parents who like, I'm not gonna watch my kid be heartbroken when you said you coming on Saturday and you don't come. Now I got to deal with them crying and come
That's
up
what
with
my
an
grandma
explanation. And so
And
I
that shit
get
is
it.
hard.
I get it. The thing is that I just don't know if you're helping the way you think you helping when you're doing it.
Right.
That's the only thing. But
See, at least y'all got to talk to y'all. I didn't. My dad, my biological father, he died before I like. We've met. My mama told me she's got a child support letter sent to her, and that's how she
found
paid
out
for my wedding through the damn child support card. And she started.
Well, at least your daddy was able to do something.
She was like,
well, your daddy paid for your wedding, baby. Okay.
Shit, that's more than we can say for ours. Who we done talked to? Shit.
Nah, it wasn't that much.
Couldn't cash them compensation
He
checks.
might have paid for some flowers.
That's all right.
Girl, ask me what my mama paid for. I paid for her shit.
Okay.
That was it. Like, she called me and got a letter, just a fucking child support letter saying that
I'm dead ass.
I was
Girl.
shook. I was shocked that I was shook about it because
that be the thing. Ooh,
I closed the door. The door was closed.
Ooh,
for me. You know,
because
my mama I said fuck it, and then I had my, I have a father.
You definitely do.
And I'm like, I'm good, but I'm like, whoa,
it still matters.
Ooh, yeah,
it still matters, and it's crazy. Same thing. Well, me and my dad had a rocky relationship because we would get into it a lot. Because he would be drunk and he would be around just embarrassing. Like, oh my god, like if you're gonna be an alcoholic, how you don't hold your liquor and you drink every day? Like, you was irritating. But anyway,
I don't even know what to say to you. But keep going.
This is why, look, Missy, I'm a mess.
I was just gonna say messy.
This is my candor about my pain. I just be running my mouth. But anyway, but when he, like I had put an emotional space between me and my dad because my grandmother, she was my primary caregiver. That's like my mom. And so we have a great relationship, but that's her son. Which is my dad, and I don't really fuck with dog like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But my grandma do, and I could tell that when I act, when I was outward about my emotions, about not dealing with my dad like that, it would make her feel a way. And so I just figured out how to just go along and get along because I just didn't want my grandma to be hurt about it. You know what I'm saying?
But even that's you as a child trying to be responsible for adult emotions.
Yeah,
that's something like that. That is like where you get into dealing with the trauma.
Yeah,
and now you gotta children are taking on responsibility. That's why you gotta just let some shit lie too. Because kids know, like they are very aware of everything. The smallest kids know.
Yeah.
And so even though
energy shift, they'll catch it like that before grown-ups do.
And kids will start to behave based off of them before you even know they exist. So before you know your energy is shifting, they changing their behavior
based on what they feel from
what
you.
they think might happen.
Yep. That's true.
Yep. So it's just,
So me and my dad had an strange relationship. I graduated from college. In that summer between college and law school, he passed in that summer. And so we did the funeral, all of that stuff. And then I know that I was just running from my emotions, but I just we planned the funeral and I just partied my ass off because in my mind I was celebrating graduating and getting into law school. Really, I was just running from a bunch of emotions. Didn't grieve at all. And then I got to law school by myself and there wasn't nobody there but me, and them emotions was just bow, smack the fuck out of me. I was struck, and then I realized I just haven't grieved my dad. I need to just do the work and just grieve my dad. And it was hard, but that's how that shit works. It's crazy.
It's gonna be hard for me.
Yeah. Well, which is why if you listening,
if he passed first.
if you listening, you one of those people that you want to keep your kids from an inconsistent parent, or you think that you would. You got the time to protect your child from a bad parent is before you get pregnant by a goofy. Yeah, that's the time. Once you get pregnant and have that baby, you cannot protect that child.
Because he was just as goofy.
From
You
their
ignored
parent.
it. Don't do that.
And you know what?
Goofy.
Because
we get bamboozled, but I'm
gonna
just
say
saying.
this part because my dad was not a goofy when I came. I don't think. The crack epidemic smacked the fuck
smacked
out of
a lot of people.
You know what I mean?
That is true.
Out of my family. And I would say drugs because I don't even think crack was his drug of choice, but just period. That whole situation. But what I will say is that I had a parent who was one of them protecting parents. She would not stop him, but baby, she was gonna make it a hard road to get over there. Okay, you okay? I ain't gonna stop you, but goddamn it, before you get to this door, you might get a shoe thrown at your head because what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah,
okay, that was my mama.
It's still on site with us. I'm gonna beat your ass,
yes.
but you can take your baby when we done.
Yes, because you done hurt her too many damn times.
Yeah,
and she just tried to fight it out as much as she could. My mama fought until she could not fight no goddamn more. And to be honest, I remember maybe about 24-ish, I had to have a moment with her and kind of check her. Hey, I don't need you to fight this.
That's a baby mama struggle too.
I don't need you to fight this. I know that you did before, and I know that you were justified in that fight, but I don't need you to fight this. I actually can fight it.
I got it.
Yeah.
And me fighting it is a lot different than you fighting it. I'm just move the fuck on. And that
because baby, he can hear your mouth for a million years.
Yes.
If I tell him I don't fuck with him, that's gonna cut him harder than anything he's ever felt.
When she finally decided to move out the way, it created space for me to really go there. And I went, and I really told my feelings in ways that I had never before. And I mean, listen, now, as far as him accepting it the way that he did, he didn't. He still blamed it on my mama, whatever.
Yeah.
But
that's because he's still who he is.
Right.
He's still who he
is still who he is. And that's something that I had to learn.
Yep.
And I could not learn it with my mom protecting me.
Yeah.
So if she spent all that time being my barrier, I could not learn that he just had not matured.
And it gives you room.
Is what it is.
And it gives you room to make up fairy tales.
Yeah.
It gives you room.
Yes, it does.
Because if you make your mama the villain, because mind you, this is the person who disciplines you. And yells at you.
Yeah.
And that's that and third, the person you mad at most of the time.
Yep.
So they're protecting you from that other person.
Yep.
And you think they doing that to them just like they discipline you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And you learn on your own. You like, oh, this nigga really ain't shit for real.
Or maybe he just got tired of hearing her mouth. Or maybe he just couldn't deal with all that extra. No, he just ain't shit. And that's just what it is. And once there was one day I went the fuck off. And I remember she was on her way. It's coming over to help. And I did like this. And she just sat to the side and I went off. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget it. It was the day I went off. And she just sat there and didn't say nothing. The whole time. Afterwards, first thing on my dating mouth was, this your mama, your mama. I was like, couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
But it was the moment I was like, oh.
And that's why she don't fuck with you.
And this is why it hit you.
This wasn't even about her.
Yes, you're an ass.
Oh, okay.
It hit you.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you later. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga replied with K.
Right. Okay, yep. Literally
10 paragraphs.
You poured your heart out, and he said, "It's your mama's fault."
He did. But
that is some old school daddy shit.
I never gave myself a chance to go through it. I was like, no, like, what? I didn't want to go through that.
Yeah.
What if I reached out and he was like, I'm good? No. Like, what if? I think that was the biggest thing. Like, what if he ain't want to talk to me?
The unknown.
That's rejection.
Because he ain't talked to me this long.
Well, he rejected you when you was a baby.
Yeah, he hasn't acknowledged me for, like, I'm 34, you know? Or at that time, like, I'm 30, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm good. I don't want to open that box. So we just go not do it. And then next thing well, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, damn, maybe I should have.
All right, I got a Missy question for y'all. Okay. So, and this is me getting in y'all business.
Oh shit.
Like you always do.
Yeah.
Facts.
So, and this can be big or small. But like, what can y'all remember one thing that like was said to y'all, or one thing that happened to y'all as a kid that still fucks with you to this day? Like it still lingers with you. Maybe something you were teased about like, as a kid. Yeah, it could be anything.
I got a small one, and I got a small one, but I don't want this to be my one.
Yeah.
But since you said teased, I gotta say it.
Okay.
Because I was warhead, okay? I was warheaded.
Girl, period.
And y'all know I be messing with me because
bald-headed.
every time I get a little piece of an inch, I be like, y'all look at my ponytail. Look at my ponytail. Because I was definitely one of them little girls that had the little fan that was like this big. You know?
Shit.
It was like,
yes.
You know what I mean?
I was that bitch too.
It wasn't a lot. It was a very small amount. I don't know what it
You was over there looking like Tommy Pickles?
Yes, I was one of them project kids that did not. For some
bitch,
reason,
I was feeling Lil, okay? I was
definitely. My mama,
feeling Lil as
she
fuck.
could not figure it out. I don't know. We could not figure it out. Well, now that I look back, I got a perm too damn early.
That's what it was.
I got a perm too damn early. Now that I look back,
My grandma
perm did it.
But
listen, and my mama had the nerve to not be shit, and the one thing she did was slap the perm in my head in third grade.
Oh,
My grandma didn't let my
I was
mama
out
do
here
it.
just for
I was
no.
5 when I had my first perm because my mama got tired of me crying about the hot combs,
Me
so she was like, she just
And you
had my
got
godmother
4C hair.
perm.
She was like, this hair's not gonna overcome
I was
me.
in fucking middle
I know the whole
school.
song.
Like, in
no
the
like
middle
conditioner,
school.
relaxing cream. I know the whole
Hey,
thing.
come on, that was good too.
Because I used to try. I wanted to be the Just For Me girl.
Because that
And
hair
I was so
amazing.
bothered that I used to be like, do my hair like the girl on the box, and it never fucking looked like
Girl,
that. Because my shit was this
never
fucking
will.
long.
And they go bump the ends no matter what. So now it's this fucking long.
Yeah.
I hated those bumped ends, bitch. I wanted to
Not
fight
to
on
You're not
my
gonna look too
ends.
grown. We gonna bump
Not
these
you bumping
ends.
my
Don't you
ends.
do
Why
that.
are you bumping my ends?
Not this
Why?
is this. Why would you do
I
that?
should bump you.
I said, bump your motherfucking ass.
Why the fuck would
Bump
you do
thee.
Yeah, I was bald-headed. So to be 30 and I got a little ponytail, you know, my hair touched my shoulders and shit.
And
Okay, come
listen,
on.
okay. Who bought hair?
Y'all don't understand. And it's so funny because I put it on my story like, y'all look at my hair. And people from like high school, middle school shit be like, okay now.
Boy,
Maybe like, all right now.
boy, scallywag.
Ponytail,
Ain't got no
okay.
hair in the bag.
Jail up, weaved up. Your shit is fucked up.
My friend Deanna gassed me up every time. She be like, "Okay, friend, because she knows she was there with me through the ball head stages. Okay,
hilarious.
But that ain't my one. But I wanted to just throw that one out there.
I got one like that too. So I remember, like, I was such a tomboy in elementary school. Like, I was just a little boy. I don't know. And so, in the winter, because I always had like full lips in the winter time, they'd be chapped sometime. You know how I go. You got to figure it out. You got to get your routine. I ain't had it yet.
Yeah.
Girl. No, they wasn't even. They was just like red. It was just they was just red. And then this one boy talking about, damn, I used to got them dick sucking lips.
Oh my God. DSLs was a big thing too in middle school.
Dick sucking lips.
Oh God.
Mind you, I think I'm one of them. The betrayal. I think I'm one of y'all. I'm over here hooping with y'all.
Yep. Nope. You got
Wow.
dick.
Fuck you, mean dick suck. Not a whole 21 game because I'm playing 21 with the niggas. Yeah. The whole 21 game laughing and shit. I'm not hooping with you niggas no more.
No
fuck y'all.
Fucking more.
I want to join the cheerleading team. Fuck y'all niggas.
Basically.
Niggas.
Dick sucking lips.
Wow.
Bitch, you ain't even got no dick yet. Fuck you mean. I wish I knew how to flame then. I wish I knew how to flame then.
If you knew how to flame, you'd have been able to get their ass.
I would have got their ass.
But yeah, so that was me. Dick sucking lips. And if y'all said I'd beat y'all ass.
Shut the fuck up.
Actually, I ain't even tripping now because I do got them bitches.
So you a married woman. You do got it.
I do got them bitches.
They was on to something.
They was on to
That's
something.
my man. Look at the
Okay.
ring out hoes.
Jay caught it on time. That's what he did.
Period.
Go ahead.
Listen, that's what might have got you there now.
Hachos. Like,
Oh my God. Spent good money on that ring. You did it.
all right, I quit.
Take me to the king. Because it's
The truth is I'm tired.
So look.
Shut the fuck up.
Book that.
So look, y'all know how I got all this ass, right?
Girl.
Candy night.
Dick sucking lips. I got all this ass.
Right?
What conversation are we having right now?
Everybody night. Every time I walk in the room, y'all see it. All right. Ignore this.
This has to be a
Okay.
commercial.
Edit them laughs out. Okay. First of all.
Sponsored by the dick sucking lips.
And the
all
ass
DJs
brigade.
ass.
No. So look, believe it or not, like I was very skinny in middle school, right?
Believe it or not.
Hard to believe.
You skinny now.
Girl,
Very hard to believe.
So
let me tell you.
nobody shame her.
It was one day. It was one day, right? So I went to a charter school. We had to wear uniforms, so you get them special days. So this was St. Patrick's Day, right? Mm-hmm. Had
Free
my
dress
outfit,
day, yeah. You had to pay
right?
$1?
Mind you, I went. No, we didn't even have to pay.
Oh,
Shit, we paid for the uniform. They
We was
they make
charging
us pay.
$1.
Come on.
So look, went to 7 days, right? Got these green jeans, lime green jeans, right? Mm-hmm. They was so tight. Oh, they was so tight. And mind you, I was this big, and they was tight.
She cut us.
And they was tight. We had, like, you had to walk, like, our cafeteria gym, like, it was all the same room. It was the same thing. So you're walking up, getting your tray, and everybody
And
is seeing you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, mine, like, niggas went in. It was the boys. Like, it was the boys.
boys your shit was
horrible
flat.
people.
Oh
talking about
my
shit.
God. Going
What they say? What they say?
She
What
had
they
the
say?
booty
Oh
brand
my
jeans
God.
on.
What they say? What they say?
What they say?
What they say?
Girl calling me all kinds of pancake flat, like, why your pants so tight? Like, like, why you wear that? You know you ain't got
Girl,
nothing. Like,
it be shit like that. Like, I'm not going to school no more.
I didn't.
Hell
I didn't
no.
want to go to school the
Right
next
now.
day. Like, I went home. I
You be
was
devastated,
I was
bro.
so fucking, mind you, lime green jeans. When was my granny to pick these fucking jeans out? Like, I just knew. And my granny hyping me up.
That
right?
was it.
My granny hyping me up.
You know what? That's why you always say you got ass.
Girl.
Look at us learning about each other.
Listen.
Cause
Had
her
the white
inner child,
t-shirt.
like, I be damn.
Girl, had a fresh, my daddy just bought me these Air Forces. Just begged for a fresh pair of Air Forces just for this day.
To go with the
Fresh.
green
go with the-
jeans.
yeah.
No creases in
know
these
why we wore
bitches
them
when I
damn Air
stepped.
Forces.
You was
Them
fresh as a
big ass
Girl,
motherfucker.
I had them
Come
big
on, green
bulky
and white.
shoes on with these tight ass lime green jeans on. It was this
ready.
girl. Y'all can't tell me now that I ain't got no ass. Fuck all of y'all. Okay.
Period.
And now half them niggas is in my DMs like, hey, I used to
Period.
like you. Fuck you.
Of course.
Fuck
I'm
you.
still hurt.
That's one thing. Okay,
I
because
used
let
to
me make
think you
sure.
was. Nah, you ain't think nothing.
Because I'm sure the dick sucking lips, and I know the motherfucking bald head brigade was in my DM, so I know the dick sucking lips was in yours.
Okay, period.
Goddamn it,
They
the
want these
motherfuckers didn't give a
pancakes.
fuck how long my hair was.
They ain't been in my DM.
Okay.
I wish they would
Okay.
ask me to suck their dick in my DM. Bitch.
Talking
Okay,
about they
go,
was
Lixxer,
staring
go,
at these
Lixxer.
pancakes.
What's your
Okay.
thing?
What's your thing, Lixxer?
I
Or
got,
you been cool
okay.
all your life?
No, not at all.
Gotta be.
Shit, I wish. I've had titties all my life, it seemed like, but that's
Oh,
it.
that was hard,
So,
wasn't it? As a tomboy with titties, I hated
man,
that.
tomboy with titties, along with one of the reasons, dog,
Meanwhile, I ain't had nothing.
I had a
Tomboy
D
with
cup,
titties.
bro, at
We need to work on
12.
that.
Me too.
I was in a D cup at 12, bro.
Damn.
Like, I'm just trying to hoop with my niggas and y'all trying to touch my ass.
And
I
they
don't like
bouncing.
this.
I don't like that they moving. Stop moving. Stop moving. I need 3 bras on.
I swear to God.
Middle school,
No.
high school was such a horny age. Like it gotta be.
They want to pop your bra strap and shit.
So
Oh
bad.
my God.
I be over it.
Oh god.
I be over
Sorry,
it.
I'm ready to
Lixxer.
fight over
I'm
that
sorry
shit.
y'all had to go through that.
Yeah, that shit was ass. I hope my for one, I don't want a daughter. I'm gonna be honest. Blue gonna kill me, but yeah, I be like, because if she got titties, I'm gonna just be mad. Because it's like, bitch,
You about
I
to go
knew,
through it.
basically. Oh, but anyway, so
I
my
can't
thing,
wait to get my breast reduction.
girl, can we talk about it
can't wait.
this winter?
I just
But
gotta
anyway,
have that's why I gotta pop one kid out of some shit.
yeah,
So
no,
you
Do it
Hurry
after
up
the kids.
and
Do
get
it
the
after
titties
the
you
kids
really
and let the
want.
titties settle.
yeah,
Yep,
facts.
so them big ass that because they gonna get bigger. Anyway,
I'm
come on.
trans titty.
Child.
I was born with the wrong titties.
That's how I feel. My titties just be heavy. I'm sitting
Don't
over like
say-
in the podcast like
Don't
this right
say
now.
that shit.
I was born with the wrong titties.
I ain't mad at
It was
it.
just supposed to go in my butt, or at least half something. I don't get it. Like,
I definitely
a lot.
should
The
have been
Lord
born with
knew
more
that if He
ass.
blessed you with ass, He wouldn't be able to. You'd be out of control.
Oh, he already know.
took the titties. I would have been flat chested and a big ass. I would have.
He done already gave me the dick sucking lips and the titties. Okay,
You can't have it all.
Okay.
You
Got to be
cannot
more
have it
careful.
all.
But okay, so let's get into that. You can't have it all.
I'm finna get to work on it.
I'm
Okay.
so mad because my whole thing out of my childhood is like everybody said I can't dance. Ironically,
But can you? But can you?
I don't know. Shit is starting to show up. Now she
Okay.
want a dancer.
No, see, she
Y'all
can
see
make
that
the
shit?
beat,
Get
but can you
together.
move to
I was
the
about to
beat?
say. I
Blue
feel
like,
like
ain't
I
this
feel
about to
like
be-
I'm about to
yeah.
say, opposites
They
attract
used to
now.
call me. They used to call me so stiff, and I never really knew how to. Until I learned how to hip roll in like high school. But then I was like, this shit.
how do you loosen it? I mean,
Exactly.
I get it, but like, how
But
do
I
you
guess
loosen
because
it?
I had like I was like it's so fucked up, y'all. Because like if we really getting into it, like I was so thickly built as a kid, so like people expected me to be able to, I guess, bounce my ass at 12 years old, and I'm like, bitch, what is that?
And listen,
What?
and they wrong as hell for having husky uniforms. What the fuck was that?
Y'all-
I'm an 18 husky. Bitch, square up. Fuck that, bitch. It was the husky for me. I did not like that
you
shit.
know Dots had
'Cause
husky.
my grandma be, she wear 12 husky. Nah, bitch, you husky. Mad as hell. Like, what the fuck is that? Husky? You couldn't come up with nothing better than husky? Wow. I'm a dog.
They went from husky to plus
out of
size. Thanks,
control.
bitch. Like,
Wait a minute.
Them husky uniforms.
I hated a husky bitch.
And I did remember to tell my
That's
grandma,
funny
like,
as
don't tell
hell.
nobody else that, bitch. Stop
Listen,
telling everybody I'm in husky.
Because the
Say
mamas-
H or something.
y'all, the mamas do be walking in the motherfucking school like, we need a 12 husky. That shit, I ain't never thought about it till right now.
That's some bullshit.
That shit is funny as hell. I'm about to tell them, don't say that shit no more. Leave them damn
Shit.
kids alone.
No motherfucking ball. I'm fighting
'Cause
everybody.
The little kids be just saying, I don't want to be husky. The fuck?
I'm never coming husky with my kids. I don't give a
Dude,
fuck how
that's
husky
exactly-
I don't
they
give a
is.
fuck if they obese.
I don't give a fuck.
Mine
Bitch,
gonna
you
be
just
husky.
nice
Mine
built.
got too much
Yes,
ass
y'all
not to
right.
be husky.
Give my baby a 12H, and you better not say the H word out loud, bitch.
Before I
Husky?
12H.
H.
What the H stand for? Howard, ho.
That's right. We, ma'am,
I'm be
ma'am.
yelling through the hallways.
Ma'am, we don't
14
have-
husky. Mine got hips.
Do not do. Bye.
Don't y'all run out.
no, I'm leaving.
I'm telling you.
Husky.
Man got hips. He did. A
Girl,
husky.
shut the fuck fuck up.
Listen, if they sell out, I'm be a mad motherfucker. Because on top of that, I gotta get him because my babies is short. So now
Husky hips and him.
then I gotta get him.
I need a Triple H.
No, and it's
Like, come on now.
Husky hips and him, bitch.
I need a 12 husky petite.
Like,
I
listen
need a WWE
here.
when I walk into the when I walk in the pennies.
Go to I bet you Penny's got them huskies. I bet you Penny's got them.
Pennies
Bye.
They
Bye.
sure
This
do.
audio is gonna be horrible.
Y'all go to Penny's, okay?
Because I don't know what
They
But
got
it's a
your
clip. It's a
husky
clip, though.
pants.
It's a clip. All right, so
right.
that was like a 30-minute. That ain't no damn clip. That was.
you gotta get the husky in there.
I
That
need
shit is
some more to drink, but we gotta put
that
the
shit
husky.
is gold.
The husky gotta go in there.
I don't know.
But listen though, real talk though, because I did have a couple discussion questions. I don't want to keep y'all forever.
Bro, that's funny
Can
as
we
hell,
refill
bro.
before the discussion?
Yeah, can we-
question?
That shit funny as hell. Well, talk while we
Yeah, that's what I'm
Listen.
like. Y'all
I
gotta
swear
do.
to God, I'm about to get a
Oh, wait, I don't know.
12H shirt.
That might
I'm
have been
telling
too
you,
much.
because we had to
I
stand
might-
in
I might
line
have
for the
to pour it in
uniform
one of
because they
y'all
had
cups.
custom shirts.
Girl, bye.
And all of that, I need.
That might have been
It's
too
the
much.
pants that's gonna get me.
That
Already
shit
know.
funny. That shit funny.
Yeah.
All right, but
Already
look.
know.
So Des, I might ask
Give
you.
it to DJ.
Oh, my bad. Des, I might ask you to clock back in real quick for this one question.
I don't know if I can clock in this question.
Is it?
Because okay, so we would
Now we
agree.
passing. Look at y'all. Look at this piece. Between 4 people. We gotta split this for fire. Yeah, this is the spit on the
Oh yeah, let me get some.
something. Yeah.
All that. Give us all that. We're gonna make it all work.
Shout out to Blue. Shout out. Okay.
Thank you, Blue.
Now,
Thanks, baby.
first of all, because I be watching Blue's TikToks and Instagram and shit, and to be able to move and do these things.
She's so cold, bro.
When I tell you the knees
Be kneeing.
be kneeing.
She gonna train my shit.
Listen. I don't know what you do to be doing the moves, but babe, them knees ain't never giving out. They ain't never giving out,
Baby, and we just put the pole back up in the crib.
We gonna have a discussion. Listen, we gonna get into these discussion questions, but I got a discussion for Blue
Wait a
after
minute.
this.
Okay, bet.
Nah, wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Y'all just did what?
Blue gonna train our knees so we can do that
you
shit we
missed
be
it.
doing.
What you say?
Oh.
No, I heard it. I heard what they
Nah,
got.
this-
Y'all got some new furniture.
Y'all just had some new furniture. Huh?
The pole is back up.
Oh.
I got a friend with a pole in the basement.
I'm trying to show y'all this damn TikTok.
I'm telling you because when y'all
Okay,
do them
listen.
TikToks, I said, "Oh,
I got a
yeah,
house.
Them knees
It's
ain't
only
never.
2 of us in that
They
motherfucker.
good.
You need a pole.
We got a lot of. It's only 2 people, and we ain't got no damn bone.
You pull right in that jacuzzi.
We don't even.
Right in that jacuzzi room.
No.
I'm gonna get a pole. Jay gonna laugh at me, but I'm gonna get one.
Let me see.
Pass the phone.
Y'all, we might have to post this on our website.
I seen this.
This real might have to go on the
Blue,
website.
real shit. I'm not even playing like.
I think we putting that on the website. Y'all gonna have to see it.
You put that on the website.
Y'all gonna have to see that. God
Listen.
damn. I'm talking about you know when a bitch bad. Like it's like
My bitch bad.
my
But that's you know. Well, actually, that's another conversation for another day.
Listen,
Yeah, listen, we gotta get off air so we can have a real conversation.
come on, let's go.
Yeah, for real. All right, so boom.
how do you do that?
All right, Des, you ready to clock back in?
She's so oof.
I'm trying to figure out where the fuck I'm gonna put a pole at in my house. Probably nowhere.
Girl, everywhere.
Girl.
We in an apartment. You can fit it.
I'm trying to get back on
Because
topic,
mine gotta
y'all.
go in the basement.
I be
My
playing.
ceilings
I
is
be
too
playing
high.
Zelda.
Y'all
Like
got
on
my
the
ceilings
should be
y'all got
playing.
high ceiling. Are they too low for it? You think so?
Yeah.
Just get a
It can't go in your
pole.
basement?
Get a standing pole with a
My
stand.
basement is low, very low. It's got what's the light? My basement lowered. It's the lowest ceiling. Period.
It's lower than this.
Put it in that jacuzzi room.
I think so.
That's
That's too
fine.
high.
It's too high. It's high.
No, but if you got high ceilings, you get a standing pole with a little stage. It don't take up that much space.
I don't trust that. I'm a little thick girl.
Girl, you ain't. I be seeing bitches 500 swinging on that thing.
Oh,
So you can do it.
okay.
See?
You ain't nothing near a 500.
You need to
I
just
need
make
to
sure
see
they.
this 500.
You gotta make sure they got your
When we get off, I'm gonna show y'all.
Tag me in that one. Okay,
But
y'all.
no, okay,
Back
y'all,
to the
for real. Back to the
discussion.
discussion
Here
now.
we go.
And
All right.
action.
Thanks. But no, so Des, one thing I like to get your perspective on this type of stuff because.
What you say? Come on.
But no, this is okay. So you clocking in? You ready?
Come on.
All right. So boom. So y'all would agree.
See what happens.
Right? Y'all would agree that people's parenting probably has a lot to do with like their inner child and the struggles and stuff.
Absolutely.
So my question is, how much of that should be involved in our parenting? Like, because
20%.
Right? No, because
20.
That's what I was
because
thinking.
I know that our inner child gives us some hints on how kids need to be protected. We've been kids before, so obviously we use that experience and carry it forward. But, you know, being on the internet and stuff, I see people, I've seen the perspective that sometimes we parent our kids based on our own wants and needs that we had as a child versus what our kid is communicating to us that they need.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, so I would say, and okay, for the record, I'm not a parent because I know y'all be mad about this shit.
You work with hella kids, though.
But I'm not a parent. I do work with hella kids. I've worked with hella kids for over 15 years.
And they parents.
And I've worked for parents. I've literally been working in parent programming for at least 10 years.
I don't get that because let me tell you something. You know more about kids than I do, and I got
the
two.
fuck do.
No,
So I never liked
legit
that.
develop parenting classes. Like I legit.
You can teach me way
And I
more
don't got
about
no-
my kids.
and that's why I ain't got
than
no motherfucking
could.
kids.
Man, listen, your credibility is
what I'm
established
doing.
on this bitch. You go ahead and say what you gotta say.
Just in case y'all didn't know, a couple
Period.
weeks ago, I threw a conference with 700 parents at
Period.
the Renaissance Center. A parenting
Period.
conference with 700 parents.
So basically, don't come for sis.
Don't do that.
I don't have
That's
no kids
why I
by
don't
choice.
like that. You
Right.
not a
Not by-
parent. Non-parent know way more than you do.
Well, that's one thing. But what was the question was about parenting. Okay, so yes. So I know you said we've all been kids before and we know the ways that kids need to be protected. True, but honestly, every single child needs to be protected, cared for, everything in a completely different way. Mm-hmm. That's the same kids in the same house. People say it all the time. I got 3 kids and I got 3 different personalities and they all needed 3 completely different things from me. And they all grew up to be 3 completely different people.
And the children.
And that's real.
On the TikTok video, I also saw that kids experience, like, even though they grew up in the same house, they experience different parents because different kids trigger different things in their parents as well.
That and time. Like, you have to remember, too, your oldest has met a completely different person than your youngest.
Right.
And where they were and the things that they have. Like, my own brother, his perception of my mama and mine are completely different. I don't know who the fuck he be talking about. And he don't know who the fuck I be talking about. Like, 2 completely different people. And we 7 years apart. And so, and we grew up in the same house. Eating, you know what I mean? But it's just, it's really, for parenting, it's really just about being in the now. Because the world that your kids live in now and the world that you grew up in is not the same thing. Even the type of protection. 9 times out of 10, you have already worked to not be the person that your inner child needed.
Right.
9 times out of 10. Or you would at the other extreme. But a lot of times you've already worked to do that. So whatever it was that you were like really struggling with, you more than likely have overcompensated for it already.
So that need probably already does not exist for your kid.
Well, and it's definitely something you need to look at.
Yeah.
Because it's possible that you've already overcompensated. And there's something else that is zero that needs your attention that you just don't see because you didn't need it.
Yeah.
And so you got to know your kids. All these conversations about my kid gonna do what I tell them to do and they gonna be this person and, you know, everybody being mad at Zaya Wade and her parents are doing what the fuck she needs, not
For
what
them to
they
do.
need.
Yes.
Right.
There's a difference.
Right.
You cannot be a parent and give what you need to give as a parent to make you feel like a good parent. You have to give what your kid need. And if your child come to you and say, I'm this person, what they need from you is to accept them as this person. Period. Period. It is not your job to debate and fight who that person is. They will figure it out.
Right.
And listen, this sounds bad, but even if that's a serial killer, I know.
But they're people with their own agendas and beliefs and motivations.
You get them the help that they need, but you accept who they are.
Yeah.
That's 2 different things. You get them the help that they need because a serial killer is more like a sociopath, a narcissist. You know what I mean? There's other things. There are other people who are living in these spaces that's not killing people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can help them through that space, but still accept who they are. Okay, you having these feelings. Why? Because blah, 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 blah. You are still loved. You still value. You still all of these things. And we'll figure out how to get you through the space where you are not actually hurting people. Mm-hmm. But when you deny, that's when they go off and do the crazy shit. And don't get me wrong, saying a serial killer is an extreme example.
I
but
mean,
I did
it
that on
ain't that
purpose.
extreme. It's people out here killing people every day.
Literally.
Legit.
But they mama know
they
be
walk
covering
into
it up and
schools,
be
they
like,
doing
nah,
crazy
sis.
shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's teenagers out here.
I watch too much
so
SVU.
Niggas died all weekend in Detroit, but that's a different conversation.
So I got
and
another
that's
question
ridiculous.
for y'all. So what is one need, like a major need that you can remember having as a child that went unmet?
A need as a child that went unmet. Support for who I am and what I want to do.
Mm-hmm. What you mean by that?
So, like, both of my parents are well educated. Both graduated from the University of Michigan. Mm-hmm. My dad is a registered nurse for over 20 years now. My mom worked at U of M with a political science degree.
Okay.
So it was very much okay. Come on,
Okay, black people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The black
for sure.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to them. But I think because of that, it was like, you need to be a 4.0 student. We don't want to. I wanted to go to a HBCU.
Baby.
My parents wanted me to go to the University of Michigan. I'm gay. My parents wanted a child who was like super perfect. And like, even though, like, going back to what you said about your parents being what they didn't have, my mama literally shopped till she dropped for me because she grew up so poor.
Right.
My dad grew up so poor. You know what I'm saying? So they tried to overcompensate, but it was things that I didn't want. Like, I'm like, cool, Ma, you bought me some heels. I don't like heels. You bought me some
Like,
dresses.
I wanted them Air Forces.
Okay, you bought me some dresses for pennies. I don't want them dresses for pennies.
We bought the kids Jordans one time, and we like, y'all don't like these? They're like, I mean, they okay. And they went in Shoe Depot and seen them motherfucking JoJo CY light up. Boy,
and lost they motherfucking
I
mind.
said, you will never have to tell me again.
That was me. My mama went and bought. She was standing in line for my brother and all them damn Jordans, and then we would go right on over to Payless and other places because I want some shit with some pink frillies on it.
Yes.
What the fuck I'ma
Fuck
do
is that?
with them
Yeah.
I
random
don't even
black
know who
shoes?
Michael Jordan is.
And they
No,
hurt.
fact.
Fuck
And
them
they
shoes.
ugly. Like, I ain't
And
want
they
them.
ugly.
Yeah.
They ugly.
Yeah, so
When the fuck the pink pair coming out?
Girl,
I don't have
that's
time for
all I
that. That was
wanted.
me.
Nah, facts.
Like, but anyway, keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but that's basically it. So I feel like that's one thing that scares me about being a parent because I'm like, I don't want to be like overly like, push them too much. I guess if that makes sense. Like, I want my kid to be who the fuck they want to be.
Right.
Like, I low key wouldn't even mind having a gay child. I think it would be more lit. But if they straight, cool too. But I mean, but I feel like if my
Right.
daughter was a lesbian or if my son was a gay man, I'd be able to relate to them more.
I was gonna say that's,
So-
but that's you wanting to give them what you didn't have.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's literally it.
Yeah.
And so when you get a child, and if they happen to be straight, tell her she can come in if she needs to. Yeah. Sorry, you can tell her. But
yeah.
my bad, y'all. Our cleaning lady, she's the bomb.
Okay. Period.
Yeah. Hey, girl. So literally, you just that's you wanting to give them what you didn't have,
Right.
and that's okay. But the thing that you got to remember is when you do have your kid, and if they end up straight, still give them that same level of support. Still push it,
Yep.
or whoever they end up being.
Right.
I hope my daughter is gay. I do. Cause she gonna be a hoe. I know she is.
Navigating men.
Ugh.
That's a lie.
But yeah, for me, I think the biggest need that I had as a kid that went unmet, I would say is transparency. I feel like it was a lot going on around me that nobody was talking about, but I could feel all of it. And nobody was like filling in those gaps for me. Or even asked if I knew about it to see how I felt about it and stuff like that. So I just felt like it was just a lot of stuff going on. And I was feeling the brink of it. I'm hearing arguments. I see that these two people don't like each other. I see that these two people don't get along.
Yeah.
I see that this person is always missing and all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's saying nothing about what's really going on.
Yeah.
And so I think I think that when I'm at, you know what I mean, and it triggers me now because when I feel like I'm being lied to, that shit will send me. That shit sends me. Yeah.
Yep.
Especially when I'm asking you very directly, a very direct question, and I feel like you being skirty or you kind of like trying to dodge the question. That's very triggering for me. Like I would rather, like, you know, I don't know why, but I'm already prepared to hear an answer that hurts. But if you lying, now I feel disrespected, ignored, unacknowledged, all of that. Like that brings on another list of feelings. So I'd rather you just tell me the truth.
That's always why you're so direct too. At least that's I know that is for me.
Very direct.
Like, okay, let me cut the bullshit and just go straight to it because I need the straight answer to feel validated. Like to feel
or to do what I need to do with the information. Like, I don't like feeling like I'm dangling and everything got to do with me, but don't nobody want to say shit. I do not like feeling like everybody knows something but me.
Right,
That's triggering for me. I don't like that type of shit.
DJ, what'd you need?
I'm gonna just have to explain it, right? So we don't deal with emotions. We are not. My family is not an emotional type of family. Like we don't talk about it, we ignore it, and it just kind of. I guess it just kind of go away. It really don't, but you know, it just kind of go away, and then
just
and then we good. You know, it's kind of like that, which I do that. I know I do that. I just emotionally.
You mean like like now as an adult?
Yeah, like
do that?
emotionally, I'm not there. So like with my kids, I find myself being real overly crazy. Just emotional, and it's all aspects, not just like I'm just so happy and excited and da 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 da, but like getting really like super like sad, angry, like it just like I just go all out, and I don't know, I like with them in like with them specifically and how I treat them versus how I treat my husband, like. On an emotional standpoint, it's different.
Oh wow!
Now that I think about it, and as I talk through it, it's different because I don't. You get it, you good, you know what? You got it, you know. she.
That's interesting as hell, though.
I don't
look like somebody needs to start doing some things.
Yeah, you know, I'm work in progress, you know. But I'm
proud of you.
But I notice it, and it's really with the kids when I notice shit like that, where I'm like,
your husband, you might have to adjust.
Yeah, like, and that's like I should probably show a little more, or because even he was like, I can't tell if something's really wrong with you or if you going through something, like he don't even know for real, you know, like because you don't say. But with the kids, everything is there. It's pouring all out, and it's kind of like,
well, that's because it's your job to pour into them versus with your husband. It's your job to be present with him, and they two different things. You gotta be in there. You trying to build them into little people. You're not trying to build your husband. That's a grown ass man. You trying to be in a relationship with him. Like that's a completely different.
Yeah, and you trying to teach them how to navigate emotions.
Like the difference and the
you gotta be in emotions with your man.
Like,
you know,
I gotta calm down a little bit with them because I'm like, okay, wait, you okay, too much. You gotta bring it down. They don't really. They looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah,
why you know? And it could be anything, girl. He'll go down the slide and I just be super fucking excited. Like Donnie's birthday, after his birthday, like I think I shed a tear on his birthday. I'm like, my baby, like he just growing up. Like
oh,
I don't do that, girl.
So what about you then?
So you finna get that to your, you gotta get that to your husband too.
Yeah, I do. I do. And that's it's a difference. And I just, this is recent when I really like it kind of clicked.
Yeah, I mean, we making new discoveries every day, but that's growth. That's the journey.
Absolutely. And we young. We be saying we young.
I'm just learning
We
what
new to
half
the
of these
game.
feelings are. And not only are we young, we come from a generation of
It wasn't there.
Not
We're
being-
figuring it out on our own for the first time.
Yeah.
It's pure
We're
mentoring.
we're
Like,
first generation
First
mental health.
generation mental health.
everything.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Because now a
Absolutely.
lot of like my uncles and aunts, like they're reaching, hey, do you know? Like they're looking for therapists.
That's
And it's
amazing.
It's good, shocking, but it is great. But
Right.
it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
huh? Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
a-
Des, what was something you needed as a child that went unmet?
That went unmet is the question.
A need you had that you feel went unmet, or that you just didn't get enough of. It's not for lack of trying. It's just
It ain't even that. Let me see. So a need that I needed, maybe a little bit of a mix of what y'all said. I needed unconditional acceptance.
Okay.
And so now that I look back on it, I think a lot of it was projection. But just to kind of go back through my dad, my family is huge, right? Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of us. So if you go to Muskegon, there's a whole bunch of people who look like me. No, I'm dead. Like, it's a whole bunch of people who look just like, you'll know it, like for real. And very close family, very tight. But my dad had, he had some issues with drugs or whatever, which forced him to be a little bit on the outside, which I think caused him to judge himself in some spaces. Mm-hmm. And without knowing it, it projected on me. Mm-hmm. So, like, my hair, my nails, the way I acted, like little things like that, he would lightly comment on when I seen them. And now that I'm older, I think it was just him trying to fight for acceptance, and I'm a part of his package. And so, like, your hair needs to be as long as your cousin's. Your nails need to be like, why you
I did
why
that.
you keep
That's
biting
mine.
your nails?
That's mine.
Why are you biting your nails? Why are you wearing your clothes like that? That's not how you do it. Why did you get your
grandma
shoes
did
dirty?
that.
Like, your cousins
And
didn't
that's
get your
crazy
shoes
because
dirty.
you wasn't seeing them often, and then when you did, you were being picked apart.
Yeah,
That's-
and that wasn't. Now that I'm an adult, even to this day, I'm sure he don't even know he did it. I guarantee.
Yeah, it
it.
probably
They
didn't mean
never
no
know.
ill will.
No, and I know he didn't mean no ill will. But a part of the reason that, like, my coping mechanism was perfectionism. It just was. I had to get good grades. I had to graduate first. I was the first one in my family to get a master's degree. I had to be the one. Like, I was always
I got a
in
little bit of that
race.
too.
Yep.
I got a little bit of that,
You know?
Yeah.
And so it's the unconditional, not even love, it's the acceptance of just being. Because it was always, even I remember, like, when I graduated, I was getting ready to graduate from high school, and one of my aunts was like, your mom is a single mom. She probably can't afford to send you to a university. You should go to community college. And I know in her mind she thought she was helping me. But for me, I was like, bitch, I'm about to go to the
Because why the fuck
university.
would
I'm
you
about to
tell
go
me
to the
that?
University of University.
The University of University.
Okay.
University of the United
Universities.
States, bitch.
Okay. And let's be clear, I got accepted to. At least I wasn't hip to HBCUs. I was in Muskegon, and we was hip. Muskegon Heights was, but
You
we
would
wasn't
have had
that
a
type.
ball.
Yeah.
And we don't have no HBCUs in Michigan.
No, because that's how we
Well,
was. That's how I was
to be
too.
a first generation college student from a smaller town and be African American from a town in Michigan on the other side of the state, away from Detroit. We just weren't hip to it like that. Now the other school down the street, Muskegon Heights, was a lot blacker and rich, like so they were. But and they weren't a ton, but they were way more than us. So for me, I was trying to hit the University of Michigans, the Michigan States, the Westerns, the Ferris,
Right.
the Saginaw's, all of those.
You didn't even look to go out of state.
The only way I applied out of state was New York, NYU, which I got into and got scared, and I'm mad as hell. I should have went.
Yeah, I got the fuck.
NYU looks good on you.
I know.
NYU.
I mean, you the bitch you was meant
I
to
know,
be, but I'm just saying.
NYU was my goal of like,
bitch, they wouldn't be able to listen.
Yeah,
they
they
can't
wouldn't
stand you
know.
now. Oh my God.
I know. I'm so. I didn't know, but I didn't know. My mama didn't know. Hell, motherfuckers was telling me. My grandmother looked at me dead in my face and was like, college? you don't even know how to cook and clean. You need to stay home and learn how to cook and clean so you can find you a man.
You can't be mad though, because that's how they was raised.
My great grandfather.
Not you looking back laughing.
My
Stop playing
great
with me.
grandfather literally.
Listen, still don't know how to cook and clean with a husband.
Stop playing with me.
Ain't
And my man.
And what about it?
Stop
And what
it.
about it?
be buying dinners and hiring a cleaning lady.
And that's all you need
But
to
listen,
do.
though, my great grandfather who just died not that long ago. Maybe has it been? It ain't even been 5 years because it ain't even been 5 years. Just died, but my grandmother took care of me. You know what I mean? And my grandmother was like kind of the first to like get out there. So she became a registered nurse, and she was in her 40s. She became a registered nurse. At that time, she only needed to get an associate's from a community college. So that's what she did. Became a nurse. You know, the rest is whatever.
History, baby.
Right. So when it came to me, you know, my grandma she's never pushed college on me. She just like, you can do whatever you want to do. You can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, I found my way. But when I was going to law school, my great grandfather wanted my grandma to hurry up and move back to South Carolina. And my grandma was like, I'm gonna move back. You know, Isha got 3 more years of school. I was going to law school. Isha got 3 more years of school. Then I'd be down there. School, ain't that girl been to enough school? When is she gonna get married and let her husband send her to all that school? Why you keep paying for her to go to school?
Oh,
Amen.
God.
And my grandma like, because that's what I raised her to do, to go to school, and that's what she want to do.
Yep.
Like,
Period, Granny.
you know, but that's the thing.
My grandmother, my mom's mom told her when she was 17, 18, getting ready to go to school, told her like, no, people like you don't go to school. Like when she was trying to go to community college, she had no support. So she took some classes, made it through some, but didn't really make it through much because she had none.
No support.
So for me, she was pressed. I'm about to go figure this motherfucking FAFSA out. We gonna drive up to Kalamazoo in the middle of a snowstorm. I don't know where we going. Fuck it, we going. Like we was just there.
Yeah.
Like
I gotta try.
I'm gonna try. Like she did whatever. When her mother told me to go find a man to cook and clean,
That's
she was
crazy.
like, absolutely not. Like she I really, she don't understand how much of a generational curse breaker she was.
Yeah.
And she don't get it. She really don't understand it because she look at herself as less than sometimes because she don't have the education and stuff. And I'm like, you don't understand how much you disrupted the cycle.
Shook the
Because
table.
somebody had to do it.
Yeah.
It was her.
But I
That's
will
not
say,
easy to do.
But for the purposes of the question, a lot of it took me a long time to get through a big chunk of my accomplishments until I realized that was me running from my problems. Like realizing that was my perfectionism. Yeah. That was me feeling like if I keep getting accomplishments, if I keep doing things correctly, people will continue to love me. And it's like, okay, but then as soon as you mess up and that shit disappears, it's like,
I go through that as an adult though.
Absolutely.
Where it's
Me too.
like, I gotta figure it out because like my parents told me so much that it was the opposite for me. Where it was like, education is only going to get you where you need to be. So you have to go to school. You have to get educated. Whereas I'm just finding out as an adult, like I'm a creative. School is not for me. Like just to be honest, school ain't for everybody. I'm an entrepreneur. I don't mind working for myself, even if that means me working 20 hours a day for my business. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But because
and different types of school, because if you was able to go to DJ school, you
if
might
I
have went.
I probably would have went to
You know
DJ
what I
school.
mean?
Right.
But we in a completely different time, and my parents still understand. They still be like, oh, you're like, they're finally stopped calling my DJ business like your little DJ thing.
Your little hobby. Like,
my hobby. And I'm like, Mom,
man,
I've been
this pay the
full
bills.
time for
Stop.
7 years doing this. Like, girl, I help pay your bills. Stop playing
like
with me.
it's not like little nothing. It ain't little nothing.
It's not little no more. But once again, going back to my mom, that's all she knew. She was like, either you gonna go to school or you gonna work at a plant, or you gonna be a bum,
an engineer,
or
like,
a
doctor, like
Like-
something that I know what it is. My family asks me all the time, like, well, I don't even know what you do. Like, what do you?
No, fact.
Don't nobody know what I do.
And then you gotta explain it, and then it just be weird, and you start making up shit.
Older people in my family don't understand either. They be like, so you're still doing the DJ thing? I'm like,
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I guess.
And they
So,
downplay it.
They don't
It's
have a clue what I do.
Right.
My
Bitches.
very last discussion question before we get into Dez's cheers. I got one last one to wrap it up, okay? So what I want everybody to do, because we all just talked about like a need that we feel like we had that went unmet, right? And so what I want us to do, well, each person is just real quick, just like say something to that inner child to let them know. You know what I mean? Like, I know it feels like shit or whatever you need to say to them.
Bitch, your hair is touching your shoulder.
I went out. Yeah, but
I
you
wish
know,
my hair was
I
out
want-
today. I would have.
Yeah, I want
told
the
me.
adult today, you know, because bringing it back to why I want to talk about this. I want the adult today who the inner child would feel safe with. I want you to reassure that child. You know what I mean? And it don't have to be long as hell. It could just be something, you know, like real quick. But just talk to, you know, tell that inner child what you think they need to know.
Shit, who's starting?
You can go first.
You can go.
Okay. All right. If I was talking to little Taylor, I would probably tell her that, first of all, girl, you're not fat, you just thick.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
Honestly.
Period.
Like, everybody called me fat as a kid. No, I just had titties and ass
and
at
give it a
11.
little time.
Yeah.
Give it a little time, baby. People,
Yeah.
people paying for it. Okay.
Baby,
Okay.
if you knew
Okay.
what a OnlyFans was, bitch.
It's coming, baby.
But I would definitely tell her, like, you're a beautiful woman, and it's definitely okay to feel how you feel about your sexuality. That is the most important.
I love that.
I love that for that.
for
It's
me
okay.
as a it's okay. Like, because
Yeah.
for a long time,
You didn't know it was
I
okay.
didn't know.
Yeah.
you know, that
it's
caused
okay.
anxiety, that caused suicidal thoughts, that caused, you know, me to be angry and for me to fight a lot. So I would definitely tell, because nobody told me it was okay.
Right.
So I definitely tell myself, like, yo, it's cool. Like, just be you, girl. Be gay as fuck.
It's okay.
Period. Be gay as
Be
fuck.
gay as
Right.
fuck.
In a minute, the straight bitch is gonna want to be gay.
Okay.
And
It's all coming.
I would definitely tell
Right.
her, like, slow your ass down in college too, bitch, because you was tripping. Like, came out the
Stay away
closet
from
and was
them
doing a
hoes.
lot, bitch.
I mean,
Now.
listen, I think we all done ran off the leash a little bit, bitch. But yeah, I would tell my inner child,
Not off the leash.
okay, yeah, I would tell my inner child, like, I know you feel in the dark and unacknowledged right now, but you don't need that. Just be yourself, and people will have no choice but to acknowledge you later. Don't worry about it. That's what I would say.
So good.
DJ.
Your responses are so good. I guess that it's okay to, like, whatever you're feeling right now, live in those feelings. I don't know if that makes sense to me right now. But like live in those feelings and
As a little
express
girl?
it and go through it. Because even back then I didn't
would
show
push 'em
nothing.
down.
Like like I'm good. That didn't make me feel no kind of way. Like them kids making fun of my lime green jeans. Like I thugged it out. I went back to school.
Yeah.
Like
right.
you know, but that shit hurt my feelings. Like,
Yeah.
but it like you go feel those feelings. Just feel them. Feel like don't put them to the side.
It's
Just
okay to
'em.
feel what you're feeling.
You're gonna feel
Yeah.
what you're feeling. You're gonna go through ups, downs. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be bad. Like this is not
Yeah.
the end of the world. Like whatever this situation is, it might feel bad right now. Like you're gonna be good. Don't be scared to feel whatever you're feeling. I think.
That's good. I love that. All right, grand finale. HBIC,
Go
GGIC.
ahead. Let me get my tissue. Hold on.
I don't think I'm gonna cry, but I don't know. I'm still battling. But the thing that keeps popping up for me is that, and it's so cliche, but it's true. Like you are enough, and like you just need to know that shit, because there is a lot of things that are going on that is telling you that you are not a home girl. You are. Like I can't wait till you can see it, sis. Like I just really want you to like hold steady, bitch. Like Because
That's
I
real.
know it
Yeah.
it's looking meek. I know.
But it's gonna be hype in our 30s, bitch.
Oh, my
Bitch,
God.
it's gonna be happy in your 20s. You finna
Yeah.
shit on. Listen, you about to shit on hoes in 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, like
No facts.
But and it ain't even necessarily about that, but it is to a certain degree. Like
Hell
I
yeah.
just take a deep breath, breathe it out. Understand that the shit that's in front of you is not really what matters. Like the stuff that people are putting in front of you don't matter. It doesn't matter. Like that's really what it is. It does not matter. You are enough. That shit don't matter. Take a deep breath
Yeah.
and get ready for the ride, hoe, because you about to take the fuck over.
Period.
And I know that's like that's really what I got to say to myself. All of it, cussing and everything, because I need like, and girl, wait till your hair start touching your shoulders. You ain't gonna be able to tell them nothing. Okay, but
Bonus question.
yes.
How does your inner child, you think, feel about you right now?
Ooh, child. Mine is very proud of me. And so I struggle because my inner child, the little girl, is very, very proud. For some reason, I still hold on to the insecurity of it. And and I bring just the insecurity with me to my 33-year-old self. And that's what makes me always feel like that's not enough. That's not enough. That's not enough. That's not enough. But if I go back to that 8, 6, 12, 14, 16-year-old, she like, girl, we did not think you were going to be like, I think she's very proud of me. And I don't think I'm doing anything special. I just think that we already are beyond our dreams. Okay.
Yes.
The dream that
facts.
we had, my dream was to work at CPS. And I got that shit at first job out of college. And that was like, my dream was to work at CP, like, because I'm like, they got good benefits. They, you know what I'm saying? They work for the state. I'm a social worker. I'm about to social work my ass through this damn state and get my little union, benefits, all of that. I had that shit first job out.
Yeah.
See, once I got the job out of once I got the job, it was like, well, shit, I'm just impressing my grown self at this point.
What the fuck is this?
Because I
man,
like,
What's
shit,
going on?
you got the job. What, what?
Listen,
I don't know what's
20
next.
what, 23 on?
I didn't fucking know. I was
see,
like,
it
I'm
was
happy
all
to
new.
be here.
Little
all new.
me, I ain't gonna lie. Little me is absolutely flabbergasted.
Yeah.
Jaw
How?
dropped, literally thinking how. Because looking around me, looking at my parents, looking at what was going on around me, this was not a thing. And not only
From nobody.
from nobody, and not
Even
only
the best.
even the best.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like, not only just from the perspective of I have a career that I can be proud of, and I'm on the board of a nonprofit that I'm super proud of, and I'm on a podcast, and I have a family. Like, all of that stuff, like, I knew those things as concepts and ideas as a kid, but I never thought they would come to me. You know what I mean? To the point where I couldn't even visualize myself as an adult or what the fuck I would be doing, because I knew that I wasn't going to be like nobody that I saw, but I still didn't see who I wanted to be. Right? So it was just kind of like, it was just like a lot of things being thrown at me. But I do think little me, like, she's shocked, but she's more shocked to find out, like, the people in school were right. Like, because when I was growing up, I grew up in the hood. So you got people on outside of school saying this, that, and the third, and this is possible, and this ain't possible, and you can't do this, and you can't do that. And then you go to school, and it's a completely different world where they feeding into your imagination and telling you that you can. And all that you have to do is try and apply yourself.
That
and you
shit
get
is
in this,
real.
you get in this rut, like, I don't know which
That
one
shit
is real.
Real.
Because the people I'm coming from, the people I literally come from, the nutsacks that I came out of are telling me something don't exist, but these people in school are telling me that it exists, and they swearing on it, and they say it every fucking day.
And you can touch it.
And then so little me right now, she's looking at the me right now. She's like, yo, the people at school were right.
Thankful for that.
If you literally do it, you literally can.
Grateful for them.
And it's crazy.
That's literally the formula. That's the silly part.
That's what
you ain't even got to be great. You just got to keep doing it.
I'm trying to tell you. So
And
little
the shit just
Maisha
works.
is literally like,
It ain't even great. You ain't got to be great.
bitch, for real?
Yeah,
Yeah, for real.
But even noticing
for
like
real.
the people around me versus the people that was around me back then. Like my aunties will call me or something. Your mama said call you because you probably know somebody who do blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, well,
I'm that person. I'm the plug.
I'm the plug.
When
But
I become
then
that?
my mom be like, you got lawyers, psychiatrists, like nurses, teachers, like all of these different things, DJs, all of this shit
My
that you
grandma
have
pointed-
access to. And I'm like,
Yep.
I don't even like you. It make you look up like how did I get? It make you sit back and think like how did I get?
It was my
here?
wedding that did it for me. Like not even being funny.
It was mine too.
'Cause
Yes,
my grandma
yes.
pointed it out, but I saw it.
Yep.
That's
I literally
what- yes.
looked around the room at the people that was in the room, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like
you've
the girl
accomplished
who
all of this
officiated my
shit.
wedding is my age.
Yes.
It has a whole degree in theology
Yes.
and flew here from San Diego to do my shit for free.
Yes.
Them the type of people you know, bitch.
Right.
Yeah,
And it
that's
was
fire.
like,
I accomplished all of this
Like,
stuff,
look
but
who-
all of these people around me are accomplishing
look
all
who
of these
DJ'd your
things.
shit. Look
Like,
at these
this is-
bridesmaids in your shit. Every single one of these bitches is bosses. Like that shit. I was looking around like, wait.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I do know some
I'm
good ass
literally
people.
on top of
Hold
the.
up.
I'm literally on top of the city right now.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, little me is like, bitch.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
Girl.
my wedding too.
That's it.
It was my wedding too. I was.
It was like, oh my god, I actually know these people, and these people
I
actually they
know
actually
these
came to my shit.
people.
tell
Girl,
y'all, because I'm from good old Muskegon, Michigan,
don't. Let me tell you something. The
and I love good old Muskegon, Michigan, baby. If y'all know me, y'all know I'm gonna rep it till I die. Okay, every day.
Come on, ski.
ski
Okay.
ski town. Period. Okay.
Let me tell you, my
Look.
first like VIP like experience, okay, with the Williams, okay, because it obviously it was y'all.
The thing that I hold true is that we was a lot of people's first VIP
Absolutely,
experience, including
absolutely.
ours.
Period.
Including our own.
Period.
Absolutely, I didn't know what that shit was, and I'm like, I
That was
can't do nothing else now. But
My-
I'm like, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, huh.
my wedding was my first time having a dream about some shit and having to deliver it.
It went
make
from
it.
brain to fruition,
'cause
and it
there-
was like,
yeah, there's pieces of things that like I'm from Muskegon. We sit on Lake Michigan, and I have always known that I'm getting married on some water. Y'all can kiss my ass. So now I done fucked around and moved to the blackest, fucking toughest city in America, and it ain't no soft ass nothing nowhere around here.
but it's water.
It's water.
But then
It's water.
But then God pointed me to Belle Isle, which I had been, but you forget.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, fuck,
You forget
okay.
how beautiful it
I'm
is.
like, I was like, here's Muskegon in Detroit. And we had a bunch of people at our wedding. I had a lot of people come from the other side of the state.
It was
and
a time
And
to
I
be
needed them to
had.
bend
It
that
was-
corner and hit that bridge. Y'all know the bridge with the lights.
Yes, ma'am.
You bend the corner, hit the casino. I just needed the Renaissance Center,
Yeah.
which is now my shit.
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh, I done conquered the Renaissance Center.
Listen,
too.
the
But I
Ambassador
needed-
Bridge being able to see it from my wedding, I was like, I'm getting this motherfucking
Look at my
video.
He did it again.
I don't care if I gotta pull the money out of my ass, literally, nigga. I
Yeah.
cut
That's
off an
my first
arm and
time.
leg for that bitch, and I ain't give a fuck.
Girl.
I'm
Okay,
just not
listen.
throwing my shit back.
You answered. Did you answer?
Oh no. Lil me is like, yo, you lit as fuck.
You are lit as
Yeah,
fuck.
you are.
You are, though.
Lil me was been like, cause
You're lit as
You
fuck,
cool
bro.
as fuck. Like,
Y'all
I ain't
so
gonna
funny.
hold you up.
Y'all so funny.
Too cool for school.
I mean, like, lit. You're probably too cool for
Yeah.
I
Like,
ain't too cool for
definition in the
school. Like,
dictionary,
it's
Lixxer
Lixxer.
teacher.
Cool. Just
Like cool. Lixxer.
Y'all
Like,
are
yeah.
retarded. But she, cause like the way my anxiety is set up, I don't know how the fuck I be an entrepreneur, cause this shit is stress.
It is. That shit is
Oh
dumb.
my nigga. But honestly, younger me is looking at me and like, so you ain't go to, but you did go to school.
Yeah.
But we just said kind of fuck the degree and we just gonna do what we want.
But
Never
school
in my
taught you a lot.
life. Hell yeah. I wouldn't trade.
Yeah.
I think, especially going to an HBCU, because I went to school in Ann Arbor, was like, I loved seeing people who looked like me being educated, because it showed me that I can do that shit too. Like, it made it so much easier. Like, when your valedictorian is white and Asian all throughout your high school career, you like, all right, nigga, I'm just gonna graduate and then we'll figure it out later. But then you see like black women who are in school to become doctors and therapists and lawyers and engineers and all. You like, yo, we can really do this.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It's normal for us to be educated too.
Exactly. Shout out Kentucky State University, because y'all taught me a lot.
Shout out Kentucky State, okay?
Shout out to them thoroughbreds, man.
Thanks.
I'm telling you, that
I love it.
is a different experience.
I wish I could have experienced it.
Me too.
I wish
Me
I
too.
could.
And for one of them, undergrad or
Like,
college. But I am thankful that I grew up in Detroit, because I'm from a
Yeah.
we
black
are on
ass city.
HBCU.
Yeah, like
yes, that's
like,
how it
I'm
is
from a
going
black
upstate.
ass city. Like my mayor has been black my whole life.
Your whole
City
life.
council has been black
Except
my
my
whole
whole
life. Like all my teachers have damn near been black. Oh well, yeah, but I'm not.
I'm like, he ain't right now, but I feel y'all.
No, well, I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Up until
Not
Well,
like
okay, well, I'm gonna say, because I didn't grow up in y'all black ass city, and I mean that this city black as hell. And when I moved here, I went through a real ass culture shock, because I had never lived around all black people, and y'all black aggressive asses.
I'm about to say, not all black, all niggas.
Oh no! I had not lived around all black people. No, I had not lived around all black people. This was my first time being in spaces.
because we come in different
where
flavors. in every
everybody.
That's a fact. All my family is niggas.
No. My graduating class is mixed as fuck. Like we do reunions separate. There's a white version and a black version. Like mixed as fuck.
Yes,
Not segregated
absolutely.
reunions.
Right.
Well, we tried. It's a long story. We
It's
tried
segregated.
to be together for the 10 year. It didn't go well. I ended up getting into it on live. It was a whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Now they're separate, but we be trying to get them together.
Y'all Malcolm X y'all shit.
They don't come.
We'll do our own shit.
They don't come.
Well,
And I, okay, yeah. Well, there was a time that the ones that I just had to tell the white people, listen, y'all ain't no different. Okay, y'all went and got y'all degrees. We went and got ours too. What the fuck you mean, bitch? Okay, but anyway, but this black ass place, and I just want to put it on record. I appreciate my PWI.
I do too.
I appreciate my PWI, baby.
Because
No,
I
I do too.
learned how to finesse.
Yes, ma'am.
Especially because I'm from this black ass city. And when I first went to PWI, baby,
Best
I
of
was
both
rough
worlds.
around the edge. Nah, fuck that. I went to Northwood in Midland, Michigan. And
I don't know how.
Where's that on the thumb?
Girl?
middle.
Up there.
In mid Michigan. It's in the middle, like in here.
Yeah.
Midland.
Here's the map.
It's
and then
Midland as hell.
Damn.
So
It's
listen,
Midland as hell.
Yes.
I ain't gonna tell y'all how many fights I got in college, but I got into a lot of fights. And they were all with white people.
I was just about to ask, were they all Caucasian?
Yes.
Me visiting up there was like,
Yeah, like I was real rough around the edges because I'm from 7 Mile and Van Dyke, okay? And once again, very
You down the
direct.
street.
I
Come
check
on, boo.
shit
Yeah.
like that. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, at this time, I'm like 18.
Yeah, that's still on you.
So you feel me? I went in there
it
rough as
is.
fuck around the edges. You know what I mean? But that PWI had to home me out. It had to buff and shine me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Not to say shit going unchecked, because I'm gonna let you know here to listen. It's not gonna go unchecked.
Right.
You know, it's gonna be cute the first time I say something to you. But yeah, like the PWI, I will say, it buffed and shined me a little bit, and I learned how to handle issues differently.
yeah.
And I also learned the rule with, I mean, I guess dealing in business, period, but mainly with white people is CYA. Cover your ass, cover your ass, cover your ass. Like
4 times.
because the
Documentation
throwing under
is
the bus,
everything.
the underhanded shit, the little comments, like all of that shit. Yeah, baby. Ooh, it's like night and day. Like how they act in your face and what they put when they writing you up type
Yeah.
shit. And they'll be
It's
sitting there with
different.
you doing the
Yep.
same shit.
Yep.
And will go
Yeah.
report you to HR type shit. Like, and you gotta listen.
Yeah.
You gotta learn. And so had I not
God.
gone to my private
I love
white
my
institutions,
PWI. Yeah,
because the
Yep.
two I went to, they were both private. So PWI for me stands for private white institutions. Had I not gone to those, I think I'd still be fighting people to this day.
No, I learned. I didn't know that I was an angry black woman until I went to a PWI.
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
That is when I learned that the color of my skin will turn me into an
Exactly.
I can
Because I'm
sit
from
in a
Detroit. We
meeting.
all act just alike.
Yeah.
No, but I am not. I'm from this small
Right.
ass town. I'm dealing with these other white people who from these small ass towns, and all of these microaggressions are thrown. I was sitting in meetings for shit. I had no idea what I was doing there. Just my existence was aggressive and direct.
Because you're not smiling.
And I had no idea that I'm thinking, okay, Christine, because that's her real name. You you say some shit, I say some shit back. I had no idea she was going to cry after in a room because she felt attacked by me.
Girl.
Bitch, you ain't acting like that in the and what are we?
Bitch, because I can attack you in real life.
I learned so much, but outside of that, I'm gonna say that I met some amazing white people. I met some amazing people from tons and tons of different cultures.
I did.
There are some people who fought for me who did not look like me.
Yes,
we love y'all, by the way.
That worked to make sure I got to where the fuck I was, and they did not look like me at all.
Yes,
There are people who seen shit in me that people who look like me never could.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot of y'all that was
And
on
spoke
bullshit.
my names in rooms that would never.
My
name
rooms,
wouldn't have
baby.
never came
They saved
up.
my life.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like
Saved my life.
I met some good.
Yeah.
Like some good
they
people.
saved my life.
Some
a lot of them.
still my mentors to this day.
Yep, I agree.
But if I had
agree. Yep.
but the microaggressions and the bullshit that I done went through.
See, Michigan
find
State
them
was just
motherfucking
too
people.
big. I didn't.
Goddamn.
Michigan going to Michigan State was like living in Michigan, but you live in Detroit, right? So we had like the black population at state, like compared to the whole campus, we were small.
Yeah,
but we are on
Y'all
little
was
city.
tight-knit.
We was tight. We in each other's space until you had to go to class.
Mm.
Right,
See,
so
that's
until,
because you from a black ass city though too.
Right.
So you like, you know what I mean? Y'all
we just migrated, and then they went. This was like 2007. All of the colleges did this big recruitment thing, and you know they was sweeping all of the cities, like came to King, Cass, Renaissance, all of them recruiting. So after freshman year, class was cut in half. Like, we was cut in half, but we was like this. We knew each other. But once I got to class, and it's just me versus all these white dudes, because I'm in IT. So all these white dudes. So now I done went from I'm comfortable, I'm chilling with my people. Now I'm just dealing with a whole bunch of white men.
Yeah.
And you got to do that switch all day, on and off, on and off, depending on what class you in. So that's when you start. When you go to state, like that code switching shit
It's real.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize how good I was at it.
Yeah.
To just switch like that, like all day. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah. But let's bring it back to the topic because we done veered off to a whole nother thing.
People, I just want to say this: she gonna be mad, but whatever. People from state always think their experience was special to state. And I get it. It was to a certain degree, but they all think
That's
special.
all PWI.
You know what I mean?
That's all the little
They
black
all
people
think
that
they
put. We had
special.
that in Northwood too. It was just
They just, but that's a state thing. It's a state.
They do.
Y'all do. Like, it's y'all thing.
That's cute though.
And I be like,
It was
all right,
big.
y'all.
Like,
Y'all are big. Y'all are big.
It was just big.
Y'all being big is the reason
fuck.
I didn't go. That's
It
why
was
I was like,
over-
Swear to
fuck y'all.
God,
That's
I was
the
good.
exact reason I didn't
got
go.
And the one
accepted and
time
was
I
like,
went, my
yes.
boyfriend at the time got arrested.
Oh, hell no.
Damn.
I got lost. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not coming to this.
MIP. We was drunk as hell.
Fuck, I can't find the cafeteria. No.
Yeah.
It's farms and shit. Like, don't get lost up there. See,
I'm from Mesquite. I'm used to the farms. That wasn't the
I
problem.
wasn't used
The
to that.
problem
I got
is,
scared
where
when
the
I
fuck is
went to the
cafeteria?
farm.
But anyway, my bad.
It's
Go back.
okay. But yeah, so
I'm gonna get drugged. We need to make that a clip. I'm gonna get dragged all over the motherfucker.
they don't tear your ass up, but you know.
Charlize, make sure y'all add the power. It's a great day to be a Bronco, bitch. Okay,
All right, y'all. Go green all day. Go green.
I like when you say go green.
Go
Shout out
green.
to
They
Cass
like, go
Tech.
Anyway, girl, go to hell. Absolutely not. We know it's Crusaders all day. Okay.
With your green pants and your white Air Force
Absolutely
Ones.
not. Okay.
I will.
With your green pants and your white Air Force Ones. We heard the story.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta mute the mics because they don't know how to act. Cass Tech.
All right.
Y'all know what's up. But anyway, though.
Cass Tech, King, all of them. Anyway.
You know she did. Okay. We include y'all with it.
Yeah. But anyway.
I don't need y'all to include us. We good where we at. Included over here.
So we
get big rants in this bitch, okay?
Period.
I'm gonna send my Ann Arbor self over here.
Yes, I know.
No, stay your Ann Arbor ass over there. Wah wah.
You can come out.
I'm about to say we want Grammys at my school though. So,
here.
look, I'm just
You can come out. I'm all the way over here.
period.
Okay?
Well, I'm not that far. I'm only
You up the street.
I'm 28 minutes from the city.
No, we ride. If you ride 96 all the way out, you're running to us.
Go ahead and stay out
Before we
there.
run to the
I
water.
got the
I mean, out to the water. Before you run, literally before you run
Like
to the water.
before or after Kalamazoo?
It don't. No, not 94, 96.
Now we talking
94 is
directions.
Kalamazoo.
Okay,
All right, let's get back to the agenda. Okay. So, yes, we talked about our inner child today. It got deep. I think I got to know y'all a little bit more today. So, thank you for that. But Des, you gotta wrap this up for us in a nice cheers. And we've unfortunately ran out of alcohol, but
Yeah, we gotta do better.
we gotta do better. Yeah, we gotta start saving a shot for the end. But we can still cheers.
This was like a 2-hour episode too, though.
Yes,
long.
absolutely.
It's long,
Absolutely.
child.
When we get this intimate setting,
It's long.
we pulled the shits out.
Wait, was that mine or yours?
This is yours. I don't have nothing in mind. This is yours.
Okay, cool. No, keep it.
No, you gonna finish this.
Wow,
God damn it.
See, Blue didn't help me out.
Did
I
you
got
have a
my
half a
little
shot or something over there,
Yeah.
Stephanie?
Okay.
She been
So
sitting on a
this-
half a shot. Oh,
She knows she got
Give
dry.
it to me.
she already gave it to DJ. That's DJ cup was
wow.
empty.
Period.
Mine
Come on.
was empty.
Oh, give me a little swing. No, not from you, from Blue.
Oh,
That is from Blue. That's in her cup.
I
That's
know,
what I'm
but she was
saying.
about to pass it from her cup, and I'm like, that ain't gonna help. She only got a drop.
Well, my cup is empty. No, Blue, drink your shit.
Tell us something
she
good.
ain't trying to drink
She
that.
ain't drink
She
nothing.
ain't trying to drink that.
Here, because she don't want to drink the shit. Okay, but I'm gonna say today. So cheers.
Anyway, go ahead.
I really.
I really tried to
So
keep y'all
Blue
on
ain't
track. I
drinking
really
nothing?
tried. I tried so
You got a
hard.
full cup now. Go ahead,
All right,
finish it.
so cheers. Okay, so cheers. Every show, I just would like to. Y'all done fucked me up. Every show, I like to take a second and just, cheers. I think toasting matters. I don't give a fuck what's in your cup. I don't give a fuck what type of cup it is. I don't care what you toasting. But I think sometimes we do so much in life that it is important to just celebrate. Put your glasses up. Say yay to something. You know what I'm saying? Yay to something.
Fucking yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, live. Yay, bitch.
Um,
Look.
And
That
today,
PWI coming out. Okay.
Yeah.
listen, okay?
Yeah.
Tonight, we're getting fucked up.
Cheers, bitch.
By the way, them niggas know how to party, baby.
They sure
better
the
have
fuck
some
do.
Motherfucking
Yes, they do.
This is a
Thanks.
keg stand, baby.
Okay.
It's
That's a
legendary.
fact.
Y'all
They
don't
done
know
told
nothing.
my ass up.
Okay, I went to good Western. Okay, we stayed Western. But anyway, sorry guys. Back to cheersing. Cheers. Today, I want to cheers to y'all doing the work to making your inner child proud,
Amen.
Oh,
because that's some real ass deep
hard.
ass shit.
That shit is
And you
hard.
battle it, and sometimes the puzzle pieces feel like they don't fit still because of just our development and the way things go. And to be able, there are some people who fail. There are some people who it's overwhelming and it gets to them, and other things take over. So I want to cheers today to looking at that little girl, that little black ass badass girl, and loving her for who she is, loving her, covering her, hugging her, giving her what she deserves, the love, the hugs, the kisses, and being the motherfucking grown ass bad bitch that she would be proud of.
And that's all period.
Cheers!
all right, ladies. So
mixed with nothing.
so I think that's a wrap on tonight's episode. I think we got a lot out. So thanks everybody for tuning in and listening. Once again, we are Golden Girls Podcast. It's your girl Missy, the one you love, the messiest one you know. And thank you so much for being a friend. Who I got over here to my right?
What's up, y'all? It's DJ. Team fuck them kids, as always. Don't get it twisted.
To my left, immediate left.
It's your favorite damn DJ in the land, DJ Lixxer.
And who I got over there in the HBIC chair?
Oh, period. Y'all already know it's the HGGIC. It's your girl Des, the executive producer, executive director, and listen, I just do executive shit, okay? And I just want to thank y'all so much for joining us on this little project that's been going for 4 years strong.
Hey.
Ain't nothing little about it, baby.
Ain't nothing little about
nothing
it.
little about
Okay,
it.
this
Nothing
big
little.
project. I just
Okay.
want to say thank y'all. And thank y'all so much for being a friend. Catch us April 28th for Golden Weekend. GoldenGirlsGroup.org if you want some more. If you got any questions, love y'all.
Love y'all. Thanks for being a
Piece of
friend.
chicken grease.
Yeah. Hey.